me the mic. All right, it's cool. So we have audio rolling, and let's get some music. Let's do intro 2. All right, so coming back into the Legacy of Fire. In our last session, the Sons of Anarchy basically planned for a dance party the entire session, except for a small contingency of the party. Say what?
It's gonna be lit.
Well, one of your selling points was literally there will be lights. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Markets, he worked wonders.
essentially, Branwyn, Yomi, and Yako went around Katapesh City to actually sell tickets and recruit more attendees to the impromptu performance that Yomi had contracted Duraz Nazir, and he has agreed to help you arrange the venue, which will be the Golden Tiara. The other half of the party, Tordek, Frostbeard, Chandra Sakar, and Ben Toolman, as well as Theodore Marquette. I just keep saying and. You four went off into the desert to confirm that Travis and Truthers of the mining excavation company had completed their journey to their platinum mines, where one of their past cohorts was waiting for them. Along your way there, you encountered a fearsome bullet that Chandra was able to entrance with his hypnotic pattern, giving you all ample time to escape back to Katapesh City, only to realize that it followed close behind and might potentially be roaming the deserts around the city, making it dangerous for merchants to enter in and out. Coming back in, Chandra and Theo decided to walk off and have a conversation. Along the way, they realized that silence filled the streets and that what they saw around them wasn't truly what was. The illusion dispelled. The seer of Katapesh showed his face to Chandra and Theo and made an interesting offer to Chandra. Refusing the offer, the seer admitted to his acumen as a businessman and retreated, leaving behind what looks like a large creature made of flesh. Chandra and Theo summarily ran. And met Branwyn wandering the docks. I believe it's called the docks district? Yeah. Is it district?
District or
District of Dallas.
ward or district? It was
District.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. And
Places in
you
district
all
are nice.
went back together to the Sand Dragon Inn. Meeting with Marcus Lotso, the halfling merchant that Theo was able to buy out of slavery. And you were all able to, well equipped in his fine garb, he decides to take on the task of selling the remaining tickets for the nights to come. So as he went off, Ben, you had a conversation with Chandra, conversation about emotions and connections and relationships. That was uneventful to a degree. How would you say?
I like to say a first step.
Progress was
A
made.
discussion.
And
A flirtation.
the fiend that hid in the, not hides, but that sits in the shadows, beckons out to you, and you responded, following him back to the plane of your personal benefactor, only to learn that you have an option to become an operative that works directly within this structure that this being controls, or to be a field operative to prove yourself over time.
I chose not to have an internship at Google.
Essentially.
Yeah. don't believe the benefits.
The party was very confused and lost as to why this happened. You went missing for a good hour or so, and returning, you all decided that planning and discussion should wait for another day. That splitting the party is no longer a wise decision, with many different beings and powers knowing your whereabouts, knowing your actions. It would be best to stay within the group to a degree. You all headed off to bed. So, what do you all do before you head to bed? Branwyn seems to have broken off from the group and went off in a familiar direction that she's been going off in the last couple of nights, for a couple of nights in the time you've been here.
Yeah, we did just say splitting the party was a bad idea, but
Anyone want to walk me?
yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
So where are you gonna go?
Well, I have been visiting this individual
Oh.
for the last
Wink.
couple.
David kind of looks at you and is like, I mean, Brandon, if you want the room, I can just go to the Temple of Serenray. I just feel more comfortable there.
You like your voice.
Cut you.
Classic Theo.
Oh, Theo.
I don't.
Second knife comes out.
I think she has a magic knife too, doesn't she?
Yeah, she has a
Yeah. She's got a rapier imbued with our blood. She's like, you want it back? You want it?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if it's safe for
I'll send eggs.
yeah,
with a note.
I'm just gonna.
Do you
head
want? Do you feel safe walking? Are you gonna be okay?
I think the temple is safe enough, and I'll stick to the main streets. Actually, I think, and she kind of turns to Chandra and it's like, I think he should come with me. And Chandra just kind of looks at Theo, looks around at all you guys. Yeah, I think it would be best if I communed with the gods myself as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
He kind of stares at you for a second, Ben.
Just so before we go, I give Theo a potion of shield. I give Theo a potion of shield. Chandra a potion of iron skin. Like, don't leave without it.
They
We
look
walk
at
around with the buddy system, and we walk around with armor.
they
Question: do they still look like ashen a little bit?
they
shaken.
still kind of look shaken. You notice that Theo has this kind of flushed redness in her face from that perception she got from that dark spot in the sand. She seems to still be under that sense of vigor that was imbued in her, the
Right.
abject hatred for fiend-like defilement.
When I hand Theo the potion, I make sure to ensure it's in her hand. Quick, hand it to her. Good, done.
She takes it and she just throws it into her side.
And I hand the potion to Chandra, and
And she pulls out an inert potion. It's like, you want this one back?
I can juice it up.
And she pulls out a couple more. You've given her. I'm pretty sure you've given everyone 1,000 potions that have probably gone inert at this point.
Yeah.
How long do they last?
24 hours?
They last for 24 hours, but if I get it back, I can just and then revitalize it. I'm not wasting a lot of vials. It's really just I recycle a lot.
Yeah.
So if you drink it, don't throw it in the sand, maybe. Just give it back to me. I can wash it. Fill it with something else. But yeah, I hand Chandra his, and I grasp in his hands for a sec, pat him on the shoulder, and give him a look of be safe, cause fucking weird shit.
You see, he kind of looks back at the shadows, and he kind of looks at you and all of you. It's like, stay out of dark alleys. And Theo's like, yeah, no shit. Let's go. And she just kind of walks off.
Oh, damn it. I was gonna go up to Theo, say bye Theo, and give her a hug.
She kind of gives you a quick hug, and then she pats herself down.
It's like the
Walks off.
it's like the side hug that
Little does she know I You stole from him.
Yeah.
What? Roll me a perception check. Or
Natural 20.
sense motive.
Natural 20.
For perception?
You can't tell shit.
Fuck, bitch.
Maybe it's because you didn't take anything.
Fine.
You can just flip her off if she leaves.
Nah. I'm gonna pat myself down. What's missing?
After Theon and Chandra leave, you kind of feel yourself down, and one of your gold pouches seems a bit lighter.
I don't have gold.
Platinum, whatever you've been carrying around. You've been selling tickets all day.
No, he spent it all. He had like.
Yeah.
On what?
On everything else, and also
On everything
the person
else
who has
what?
the money. Yeah, the person who has the money is me.
One of your empty gold pouches is just gone.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you spit on. That's where you spit on the glasses.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, where do you want to go? You know what's-
Theo's letting me use the room, so I'll be here.
All right.
I'll try to slide.
You see eggs looks at you.
I'm gonna write a note and have eggs carried to the house.
All right, so eggs takes off, and you see a note is in hand.
I try to lock eyes with eggs as he leaves, like a next time it's round 2 kind of look. I'll face bigger birds.
Yeah, it's mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's so sad. Fuck you.
You're gonna have an awkward conversation when that thing grows up.
Let's go to living home now.
I wear its mother.
That is the most messed up thing ever.
Eggs, honey, this is the way of nature.
You know, in a
Someday-
Disney movie, you'd be the villain. Like,
Someday, eggs, honey, you'll kill me and wear my skin. It's just the way of the Sith.
Oh mother. It's not gospel. Angle.
This happens when you die.
oh man, I don't think you personally killed his mother.
I don't think.
I think
You saved him from being an omelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah. But didn't
You like threw a bomb at
I
her.
killed her.
Yeah.
That's
She
right.
burned to
Oh,
death.
what I did
That's right. Because I
Because
hadn't killed any humans until Lotso. It was all animals.
You killed one of the. Didn't you kill something?
I killed a pug wumpy.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
A humanoidish thing.
They're considered gremlins.
Yeah.
They're not humanoid.
Oh, that's right, because you killed
Yeah.
lots ago.
Well, then I want to be honest. This day has been profitable. And I'm looking forward to an even more profitable one tomorrow. And I'm going to go to sleep before anything else goes wrong. How's that sound to everyone? Go to sleep before anything
I
else
probably
goes horribly,
should.
horribly wrong?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, good. Respective bedrooms. I want to see everyone walk up those stairs. I'm not fucking many people.
I think the sweet ass stuff.
You all?
I watch you every second.
I'll walk
I'm
up.
going almost.
All right.
I'm the leader of this damn party, and I swear to God, no one else is getting killed.
Again.
Before I go into my room, I just want to give Ben a hug and say, "Stay safe.
Oh,
We like you a lot. we
like
couldn't
you
do this without you."
I like you too, Green. No, seriously, I'm not kidding. Like, up the stairs. I am.
I'm at my door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So-
I am camp mastering this trip.
You see everyone head into their room. Yomi enters into. Who are you rooming with? You're rooming with Ben.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're
I was
with Durstin,
Yeah.
but you have your own room now.
Yeah.
You have your own room. I think
Where
Sean,
is Thurston?
he fell asleep in a stable somewhere.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Remember,
Right.
during that entire session, he's like, "I go find a place to nap."
Yeah.
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 So Durstin is asleep somewhere in the city that you guys don't know where he is.
Oh, because you were.
You could lore. You could
Yeah.
worry if you want.
And then I said you remember. And then Sean. Oh, we tried Sean.
Open this door so they can-
Did Chandra have a bedroom? Has he been here long enough?
He was kicking it with me, and then when Biako showed up, we got another room,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was kind of spread out. Yomi was originally staying with me until Chandra showed up, Then Chandra was bunking with me, and then Chandra said, I'll go bunk in the temple, and then you were bunking with me again. But you were temporarily not in me on account of the whole me accidentally trying to kill you thing.
That's
Yeah,
right.
one night you slept with Theo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yes. Y'all
Honestly,
have been here for a
you-
couple a while.
Yeah, you
She came in my room.
Either or.
Yeah?
One of
Yes.
the two.
Either way, that room was empty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually do a quick bat around town and see if anyone's seen a pale, gray-bearded dwarf resting in a stable.
I think it was 10. I think it was 10.
Give me there's no investigation in this game, is there? Diplomacy check.
Would it be diplomacy?
Okay.
Yeah, you're asking around.
Yeah, I'll take
Would
that.
it wait?
Diplomacy check.
20.
Is there
20?
Yes.
Yeah, you ask around and you make your way, ending up at the Immaculate Repository. Not suppository.
I'd want it to be clean.
And you kind of ask around. You see the little boy who basically caddied your horses. He sees you and is like, "Oh, you are looking for your friend. Follow me." As
sure.
she kind of takes your hand and runs off with you, and she takes you to like the 5th stable down, and you see that kind of in the stable with a donkey, kind of laying off to the side. Durston is just knocked out on a pile of
That's
hay,
money.
resting very, very, very well.
All right. What was the little guy's name?
Low guy,
Yeah.
the
Stable
kid.
man. Yeah.
Did I ever give you guys a name for him?
I don't think we ever got his name.
No one's out.
You can make one up on the spot.
No
Yeah.
mask one.
Yeah, that's true. We just gave him money for the horse.
It was just business. Now it's personal.
So, what do you do?
What are you gonna do with your life, kid? Want some potions? I can help you out.
Let me just check on
His
that.
name is- he looks at you and is like, "My name is Dirk,
Sorry.
like dirt, but we take K."
Okay, Dirk. I give him 2 gold. I say, can you make sure that no one arrests him by morning? And if he wakes up, send him to the Sand Dragon Inn.
He looks down. It's okay. The guards do not check these tips.
All right, excellent. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Head back to my room.
As you head back, give me a perception check as you walk away.
Oh, great.
8.
8. It's not really that hidden. You hear the sounds of moaning coming from like 7 stalls down. No one really checks these things if the horses aren't there.
I'm frightened to ask, but what kind of moaning?
Give me a sense motive check.
Oh man. I mean, people gotta
Do I want to know?
Oh, nope.
It's a 7.
Sounds like a ghost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds scary.
It's probably best I walk away anyway. Back to my hotel. If I
You
keep
only-
hearing it, I walk faster.
You head to bed and you see Byako kind of follows you up the stairs and he is about to walk down the hallway. He's like, he pulls out the bag of just cash
Uh-huh.
that he has left for after the purchases and everything. He's like, here's the money and I'm gonna go to sleep.
I'm gonna look through it, see if everything's aligned. Is it?
How much money did you write down?
Over 500 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's all there.
Okay.
Byako wouldn't steal anything.
Yeah, he isn't. He's here. All right. I was like, good night. Bye, friends.
He kind of like waves at you and just runs off into his room, like NPC style. Gets to the room, opens the door, and fades into nothingness.
Okay.
No, he stands at the front of the door. The door opens, and then he just.
Disappears. Loading screen. Yomi, you get into your room and you see 2 beds still there. Ben's stuff is scattered around. All of Chandra's stuff is fairly tucked neatly off to the side. Very few things that Chandra really keeps around with him.
Okay, so wait, I think it was in the Anyways, I'm gonna transfer back to my other form.
Okay.
take one of the beds, and I'm just gonna take out the yellow box gem and just sleep with it next to me.
So you have that. Then you, Tordek, you head up to your room.
Yeah.
Thurston's not there. One bed, floor's clean, no snoring. Quiet, nice, and simple. As you hear the voice of a very drunken halfling kind of walk up behind you, and he sees you. He's like, "So, what room am I staying in?"
Freaking half.
It's Marcus. It's Lotso.
Lotso.
It's Lotso.
Okay, I forgot he's a half.
Yeah.
For a second. Well, you can. I mean, do you have a preference of where to sleep? Like, bed or floor or anything in particular? You can stay here tonight if you want.
Can you take me to Zadrus?
I can do that.
Cool. He just faints right in front of your feet.
I'm gonna pick him up and do just that.
Okay, so you pick him up. You walk outside. You see as you get to the door, Ben is walking up from the north, and then from the east, you see a very familiar-looking humanoid figure with wind billowing through his hair is walking up towards the door as well. They're both about the same distance. They're about to converge at you. Sidrus looks up, and is like, "Oh, hello. You are Brand's friends."
Yes.
He holds up the note that you saw eggs flying off with.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I believe you have an appointment, my good man. Best not miss it.
I rarely miss appointments.
Yeah.
But what room is she in?
I tell him the right room.
Okay.
I was like, do we actually remember the room?
Oh, if you were already in bed, it would have been a different story.
Oh,
But
that's true.
He sees you, Tordek, and he kind of nods at you, seeing you carry Lotso. As he walks past you, Ben, he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and just leans really close into your ear, almost to the point where you can feel his lips on your ears. Like, "Thank you,"
Oh my god.
and
Yeah.
moves past you.
it's all yours now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow at a healthy pace behind. I see you and I say, I don't know where you're taking him. Just make sure he's alive in the morning.
It's your door now.
No, I was actually gonna leave the window open for him to come.
I'm poor boy. How much is it worth to you?
Eggs flies back in through the window. As you see Eggs, you hear a knock on the door.
I open it.
You see Sidrus standing by the door, and you hear footsteps coming up the stairs.
Oh my god, is this a threesome?
Oh, the stairs like down the hall a bit, so you have some.
We
What do
already
you do?
proposed that idea and it was vetoed.
Come in.
Door closes, fade to black.
She's wearing nothing but a dead mummified.
You see this? It's his mom.
That night, Yomi dreamt of Bradman cutting down trees.
Oh, man. Oh god.
You see, Ben's got a sleep mask and earmuffs on.
Oh Jesus
I had
Christ.
the weirdest dream that
I'm gonna
one.
make sure all the doors.
I
and
say, you want to
windows
borrow
are
these? My dad
After he
snored
comes
like
in.
Cast zone of silence.
Yeah.
No, I offered Yomi some earmuffs. I said, my dad snored like hell. You might want these tonight.
Take.
Yomi kind of curls up into a ball and just like puts the earmuffs on.
Keep the bad thoughts out.
Sorry, not sorry.
He comes in.
Yes, Paul.
You want to finish that?
He comes into the room and you see he's just wearing the same kind of like flowing robe, just tied up, and he takes it off and he's just shirtless underneath. It's a warm summer's night, or end of summer actually. You guys are going into fall a little bit, actually mid-fall at this point. and it's the same kind of low cut, baggy trousers that he wears when he's off duty, and he just lays down into the bed, it's like ready to be taken care of.
No.
It's been a long day.
Oh.
Let's make it a little longer.
The night goes well. Tordak, you head over to Zadra's, knock on the door. You see the tiefling woman, normally purple, just open the door and you see this green face pop out with what looks like a mask on Zadra's face, and you see her horns are just wrapped up in a towel. She's like, "Yes, how can? Oh, it's you, darling. How can I?"
Yes.
And she looks down.
Yeah. He said he wanted to stay with you for the night. I don't know if I want to intrude, obviously.
She kind of reaches up. Oh,
He's a little drunk.
that's fine. She grabs him. I'll take care of him. And
Alright, just make sure he's safe. Do what you think is right.
thank you so much, darling. She just like brushes down your nose,
Her long nails.
and she looks at you. As long as he doesn't see me like this, I'm absolutely fine. I think he'll be fine in a couple of hours. I'll take care of him. Thank you.
Yeah. Night.
Closes the door, locks it. You hear a kind of thunk on the other side of the door as footsteps walk away from the door.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go like okay. I'm gonna go back to my room and go sleep.
Throughout the city of Calmarain, or sorry, Catfish, there was many burning that night.
Yes. Well, actually, it sounded like she dropped the body on the way.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
that's what I figured. So I'm like,
I
I
imagine
thought they had a thing. What happened?
they do. Well,
They do.
Huh?
But
in the
she's-
immediate future.
Oh.
She's
Yeah.
not
Something.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she, and like figured, oh, you never said, yeah.
Let's
I did my job.
smash
I was gonna go.
Let's just smash that guy.
So,
Yeah.
Tordek, you head back. The night comes to a close. All of you fall asleep, getting your rest. The morning comes. Nothing odd happens through the night. Branwen, you awaken in the bed. Sidris, are you holding Sidris, or is he holding you?
How tall is he?
He's
Oh no, you said he was like 5'9".
He's
Yeah.
lanky.
he's
but-
lanky. He's not absolutely too tall.
So then I'd probably be holding him.
Oh yeah, you're definitely taller than him.
I'm 6'4",
Yeah,
so
he's just kind of nestled into your chest, and
You are the big
You-
spoon.
it's interesting actually sleeping the night through with him, because at a certain point this gust of wind kind of picks up as you're sweating, and it cools you down through the night. And at the crack of dawn, before everyone else awakes, you hear rustling as Sidris gets up, and you feel a peck on your cheek, and he just says, "I have to get to work. Tell me when you have the money to cure our little problem."
Oh,
We have to pay for him too?
Mhm.
You infected him.
Oh, I didn't do shit.
nah, she did.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Might be a good time to divulge that little nest egg you have at home.
You probably have money. I think he has like
I
medical
thought
insurance.
someone. I thought.
Someone
Did I
knows.
tell Theo?
Yeah, someone knows you have the money.
All right.
Well, I told him, and he.
Yeah.
I thought I told someone here, but. How much is it to cure lycanthropy?
$5,000.
I have 5,000
Well,
to
1,000.
cure the curse
1,000.
bracelet.
1,000.
Cool.
1,000.
Yeah.
Wait, was the 5,000 total with everything?
It was 5,000 to, I think, cure the entire group of
Yes.
everything you guys have.
Yes.
Cure bracers, lycanthropy, and greater restoration.
That's Richard.
Yeah.
And then we got his.
Okay.
We gotta
So
get
we need
him.
$5. We need $5,000 for that total.
And then
Yep.
what about
Oh.
for Sidris?
Oh,
I have that
and
here.
then another
$6,000.
6,000.
I have that
Oh,
here.
joy.
I actually read that in here.
Oh, perfect. I
I
forgot.
am just gonna smile at him and go back to sleep.
All right. You hear as Benedict Eggs jumps onto the bed and like nestles in where he was. Ben, at
Good old team mascot.
a little bit past the crack of dawn, you awaken Who wakes up first amongst the two of you,
Huh?
Yomi or Ben?
What?
Who is the earlier riser between you two?
I'm a really light sleeper, but yeah, probably you.
So Yomi, you awaken. You see Ben is kind of knocked out. On how do you sleep?
On my back, just like the least graceful sleeping position possible.
Yeah, like sprawled out bed, like
Yeah.
spread eagle.
Yeah.
The sun hat is just like covering.
Oh yeah,
his...
like nah, drool is just
Do you have like
that.
You notice like when he relaxes, like the actual muscles that keep his jaw like in line relaxes completely, and it's like a snake mouth open.
I'm gonna look at him while slowly shifting into the human form.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
That's a weird room.
19 plus wisdom, right?
Yeah.
You mean we'll say?
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll say.
Hey, you don't get you get who you get assigned to in
Wait,
summer
hold on,
camp.
hold on.
Yeah, you get like a slight chill down your spine seeing this visage, but then you're like, it's Ben. You change and you get ready as the fur fades away into skin again.
I lived alone for 5 years. I
I'm
sleep
gonna
like
look at
that.
myself and I'm just gonna be like, I think I want a bath. And I'm gonna like look at Ben, go up, look for his money bag real quick.
Perception check.
Oh, you're gonna be disappointed, my friend.
Oh
Perception check is gonna be perception check. Shit, it's been a while. Where is perception?
It's
Oh, there it is. So it's gonna be 24.
Damn.
How much gold do you have on you?
A big fat 8.
You find a smaller sack of gold than you have.
No, I'm just gonna put it next to it, like the gold I have
Okay.
for the thing. Put it next to him. I'm actually gonna open that bag and just take probably 20 gold piece, close it, and I'm gonna
Out of mine or out of yours?
mine.
So then I need you to do that math. So say that you have 20 gold pieces.
Yeah, I just
Because this is going to be a transference of money.
Yeah, we need a very firm account.
Yeah.
You know what? If you want me to keep track of that, because I have the party loot here.
Well, do you have the bag?
Well, he just took 20 gold out of the bag and gave him the rest. So how much money did you just give Ben?
let me see.
All of your money go.
Okay, hold on. Well, I don't have any money anymore.
Can you
So-
tell me once you do that? Because I assume we're putting the money we make from the show in party loot, because that's what go towards curing everything.
Yep.
Tell me how much I should put in the party loot right now.
Let me do the math right now.
Not much in the party.
We currently have 1,129 gold in the party loot.
That's enough for one.
That's it?
Yes.
What happened to the 10,000 gold?
5 grand was spent on curing mummy rot, bringing her back to life. That was the 5,000 for health insurance. The other 5,000 was spent curing mummy rot, curing Theo's case of lycanthropy, and
Something from Yomi.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Yomi's mummy rot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
And then it was lycanthropy. And we didn't have a lot after that.
Yeah.
That was 2 grand a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Oh.
So right now we're at
And these are
1,000 gold.
For the party?
Huh?
From that you've raised so far selling tickets?
1,035.
So
1,135.
That's
So
about-
1,115 to you, because he took 20 gold out of it.
Okay.
Okay.
1,115.
So that's 2,244.
25 plus 13. How much is platinum?
10 gold per
3 platinum, so
30 gold.
30 gold.
On top of that you just said?
25 plus 13. Plus 13 times 30. Okay, so add another additional 1,140.
Another 1,000?
1,140.
You guys got made a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another 1,140.
And then there's
So that becomes 3,384. We're on our way. We're on our
Is that
way.
including a lot still?
But
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Lotso handed you guys the money already.
Oh, that included the Matzo one too? Shit.
He handed over all the money, and I dictated how much he gave you guys last game.
How much?
I'm not going to repeat it because it
I'll
was
just look it
rolled.
up later.
I don't have it.
Okay.
Like, you're the one who said you keep track of this. So, if you can't find the money, it doesn't exist.
Okay, let me just look it up.
So,
Oh, you do that, yeah.
Yomi, you go off to take your shower. Actually, Yomi's just doing accounting over your unconscious body right now.
Yeah.
It's my natural environment.
Tordak, you find yourself awakening about an hour later, probably around what would equate to about 8 o'clock. What do you do?
I'm gonna see if like, there's like look around and see if there's anyone else that come into the room at all. Like Thurston or
Durston did not return.
okay.
Theo and Chandra have not returned. You see that as you awaken, next to your armor, the sword of Vardashal is floating, almost as if it's being wielded. As you come to consciousness and you see it floating for a second, it lands back on the ground and falls and leans onto the wall as where you put it.
I'm gonna pick it up and look at it.
You pick it up and it seems that someone has it has been activated. The frost around it has been called upon.
You know,
You want to deactivate it?
I'm gonna call upon a guard barter shell and deactivate it to see if anything happens when I do that.
You speak out the name Vardashal, and a voice appears in your mind, and you just hear, "There's much to be done." As the frost dissipates from the blade and the slight cold aura vanishes, and you see the blade goes from this snowy white as it warms up back into this metal color.
Oh, what did he say? More to.
There's more to be done.
Oh.
Yomi drops off the money, goes off. Ben, you eventually wake up and you find a sack of cash next to you.
I wake up and I say,
Did you figure it out?
No.
I wake up, I look at the sack and go, I knew I was this good. I make money in my sleep.
Put it inside your pocket.
Yeah, I disperse it into various sacks on the the inner lining of my vest just has money pouches sewn to it.
Yeah.
So I go like blink, 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 blink.
You distribute all of it, and then you kind of feel into one that's a bit full, and you pull out what looks like a broken twig, and you're like, it's one of the wands that you experimented with back in the Avestan.
Oh yeah, this one's bull strength. Yeah. All right, that's been bugging me for days.
Eventually, you three awaken. Bran, do you do anything as your morning ritual?
Yes. I'll meditate with eggs on the window.
Before you go downstairs, do you do anything, Ben?
I take a shower.
All right. So you head off to the showers, and you see Yomi is walking back from the showers.
No, I'm going to the fancy one.
Oh, fancy. Do you know where that is? Did anyone tell you where that was? Tralia's bathhouse?
I could ask.
Okay, so you ask around for a fancy bathhouse.
I'm just gonna ask for a well-established bathhouse.
Okay, so yeah, you get pointed in that direction. They tell you the cost would basically be up like anywhere between like 3 copper for like a communal bath to basically a gold piece per day rate for one of the nicer higher end baths, and for a suite it would be like a gold per a couple hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going for whatever they have at the Sand Dragon, like a big bucket and a smaller bucket of water nearby.
Yeah, you walk into this kind of communal bathing area outside the back that you see people are bringing water buckets. One of the workers is carrying back like pails of water into this kind of makeshift oasis area. Children are laughing and running around as you see parents who kind of traverse the town that you've seen seem to be residents come into this community pool area. They're not allowed to swim in the oasis, but they can draw
Yeah,
water.
I find like a semi-secluded area.
Mhm.
It's not that I want the privacy; it's just that I'm used to the people not being around kind of feeling. So I
Yeah.
find whatever has 3/4 of a wall.
There are 5 stalls that you see certain people go over for privacy, and you see there's an attendant that is collecting what looks like 1 silver piece from each person as they run back and forth collecting water.
But not that much. 500.
Extra another 500.
And then 147 copy pieces.
So okay. Shit, where's theirs? Okay. Yeah. I just. How much copper?
147.
100%, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do the 10 copper and I spend as little time as I can.
Yeah.
Like
It
as
takes
much
a-
as is functional.
It takes a bit of time. You see, runs off, runs back with a bucket of water, runs off, grabs another bucket for someone else. So it takes about like 10 minutes for you to get 1 bucket of water. And he gives you a small serving like cup to wash yourself, and it's enough to kind of wash off the dirt. But if you want to do like a thorough bath, you'd have to wait for him to do a couple rounds.
Nah, good.
Yeah.
Just one.
All right, cool.
Can I see Ben from my window?
Yeah, you look down as you're meditating, and you see the children running around, laughing, playing, and you see Ben kind of walking out in a towel, or like, did you wrap your robes around your waist or something?
It's like a towel around the waist.
Yeah, you see like this red makeup or not?
Nah.
Nah, kind of red skinned
Crimson red.
person just walking out into into this kind of fenced off pool area as the children are running up and around him, and the parents are like, no, don't walk to him. Run.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a motel.
yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Ben walks over there like, yeah. And it's like, hey, how you doing? I had a neighbor.
You see like a kind of dwarf reading a scroll on one of the
He does the
wooden
leg
chairs,
turn over. Yeah.
and he sees you like just continues reading his scroll.
She's got brand whistles and then gives a huge wave at the window.
Yeah, so you take your shower. Yomi, you go off and find the bathhouse. You see the same bit of people that Byako saw when he came in, like the giant fat cat and the super, super fat one.
The one that's like muscular underneath all that fur.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't muscular. He was like nothing underneath the fur.
Just
Like he
Yeah.
stood up and I was like, yeah. So like you see that cat's just sitting in one giant tub with like 2 dwarves talking, and
Is there another one?
another one.
Another place where not like those gross people?
Did you pay money to go upstairs?
Sure.
Yeah. So you pay a gold piece and they take you upstairs.
To avoid the communal bath.
Yes.
And
So that's 9. I have 19 gold left. Okay.
and you're brought to this nicer room on the 3rd floor that they tell you, oh, please leave all your weapons down at the front desk. We'll take care of it, give you a token for it, and they tell you that all oils and fragrances are prepared inside the bathroom for you since you pay for the premium services.
Okay.
You totally went 4-star and I went Motel 6.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And you walk in and you see there, oddly, is a fountain of water pouring straight into this giant pool that is roughly the size of your room back in Katapesh.
Oh wow.
And that's just the pool. So the room itself is about 3 times as large.
Wow.
And you see lined up on the stone kind of backing is a bunch of what looks like potion bottles that have different fragrances and smells listed on them.
I'm gonna look at the bottles. Do I smell? I'm gonna look at each of the bottles, pick them up, smell it, and see which one doesn't give me a headache and which one I like.
You pick up a good number, and you see a lot of them have a mustiness to them that smells very human. There's one that has almost no scent to it at all. It just seems to be an overall cleanser. And There's one that kind of has this very sharp citrusness to it that kind of clears the mind a bit when you whiff it.
I'll take the citrus one.
So you shower, you oil yourself down. The smell of fox kind of washes away from the sweat and everything the last couple of days, and it's a bit harsher on your nose. Putting in oil on your skin, you're gonna have a bit of more issue with perception checks using smell because your own smell is now overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever your racial bonus to perception checks, you no longer get it at that.
Okay.
But you come out of the showers feeling clean.
I'm like, ugh, white hair. I feel old. I'm gonna go down and like basically leave and head back to regroup.
Okay. Eventually, you all make it downstairs. Chandra and Theo are not back, but you see a maiden who seems to be wearing robes of yellow and gold with blue inlays kind of standing in the lobby, and she sees all you.
Howdy.
Yes, you are the friends of Theodosia and Chandrasekhar. They have sent me. I am one of the maidens who look over the Temple of Sharon Ray here within the city. They said that they are going to be spending some time to commune with the Dawnflower. So, not to worry, and that they will return when they can. It would seem that they have begun a pilgrimage spiritually into the domain of the goddess herself.
You speaking like meditation language, like sitting down,
journey.
inhaling. Something?
They are physically at the shrine itself, but it would seem that they are trying to establish a connection with the goddess.
And you're certain they're going to stay there.
Yes, I am very certain our priestess, Retena, will be watching over them. She is very capable in her own skills as a cleric.
Very well.
Insight checker
Yes, go ahead.
in case.
No.
Is that's
Mine's on dry.
what is it in this game?
Sense motive.
16.
7, 16,
That's 13.
13. She seems like she's on the up and up. And she kind of looks down looks at all of you, and she sees you kind of squinting at her. She kind of says, I can tell that you are all hesitant to believe. She told me, and she pulls out a small bell from her pocket. Theodosia said that she had required this from your friend's clothes last night when she departed. That you would recognize it. And it looks like one of the bells from that Yomi wears on him.
Oh.
What?
She ripped off.
I see.
What the fuck did she do with that?
Theo rolled a natural 20.
What the fuck? I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah,
Hers is better.
I'm pretty sure her stealth is better than your perception.
Yeah, it actually is.
So,
I just say, what was the priestess you said was watching over him?
Retena.
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 So does she hand me back the bell?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that.
Yes, he gets
I just
back.
asked her a quick description of Retena, like race,
She is human.
approximate height.
She kind of points at herself and she is very similar to myself. She is a bit taller. This woman looks to be about 5'5", and she kind of points that she might be 3 to 4 inches taller than her.
Okay.
Black hair, sun-kissed.
Are you talking about Retena or the
Retena. Yeah.
All right.
But I must return to my duties as to offer my ministrations to the poor.
Of course.
Please, blessings of the gods be with you,
And you.
and also with you.
May the Everlight continue to exist.
Yes, she walks up.
Ah,
Never-
not
I'm gonna
used
come
to
in and be like, who was that? And my hair's all wet.
You walk through a desert city from one corner of the city to another. Your hair is still wet?
Oh, I thought it was like, wait, is it that far?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. My hair's dry.
Yeah.
It's a little floopy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you got a nice volume right now.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, retainer, Sarenrae, Theo, and someone needs braces. But Theo and Chandra, they're camping out at the temple for a bit. We'll try to make it to the show, but if they don't, they'll be there. They ain't going anywhere.
Is she safe?
Yeah, they're good. We got a rundown of who's watching over them, and if they aren't safe, then we know who to look for.
And we found
Who?
the bell.
Bell? Yeah, I'll take the bell. I mean, it's your bell.
You notice it's one of the bells from your
Yeah.
costume.
Theo snagged it from your person. Guess it's a little reminder that the person who came is who she says she is.
Aw, but what the fuck? I didn't know this had gone.
You really better work on your
I need to work on your skills, my friend. But what you do need to work on more than your skills is that we've got a show tonight, people.
That is.
We sold the tickets.
Do we still wait all of them?
We sold the tickets. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's all
Oh.
out.
We need to go to Zadra's.
Why Zadras?
Because I
Because
need to pick up.
costume.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's
here's what we're gonna do. We gotta pick up the costume. We know what the venue looks like. We gotta make sure everything's clean and tidy. Doesn't require a lot of effort. Just need to make sure it's good. Talk to the people there, and I'm not saying if you guys are comfortable. We don't literally have to do all this. It can be like I want to go around to make sure that the people at the Golden Scarab know we're there. They know what time we're starting, which is going to be like sunset, a little after.
A little after sunset. Like
Yeah.
people will be coming in for a reception that Jaraz will be hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At sunset or after?
Be a little before sunset.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the performance is set to start at
I
sunset.
want to be able to personally confirm I know where it is, that everything, all the chairs are set up, all the tables are clear. At least they're going to be clear by that time if something's currently using the venue.
Are you doing that right now, or is
I'm just
No,
saying
this is what-
that's what we're going to do.
Saying that.
And I'm
You
saying-
want to go to Golden Scarab and organize it right now?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, then do you want to take Tordek, or Tordek, do you want to come with us?
I mean, probably should stick, at least have two people. We're gonna.
Buddy system.
But it's this because between what happened, who knows what's out at this point.
Yeah.
We should.
One individual that can fly per group. In case we need to haul ass.
Quick messages.
Sounds good.
Before we break off, I just wanted to talk to you guys. I kind of fucked up a little.
What did you do?
So you know how I mentioned there was a guy I was sleeping with?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of bit him, and I'm a little bit infected, and we're pretty sure he is, and it kind of said that I pay for his healing too.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Because I feel bad, because I didn't know that I'd infected him.
I walk up to you. I take both your hands, like in mine. You know, I do like the like this. Like,
yeah.
oh my dear. Did you happen to? How big's your coin purse, Brad?
On me or at home?
At home.
3,259 gold.
She has as much money as the party has.
Well, but it's also
So-
it's all in that chest.
Good news. We got the money to fix this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Good news for me, it's coming out of your till.
I am fine with that.
Just so you know.
Also, did you remember that you're buying materials for your cart too?
I did.
Cool.
It weighs on my soul, and it probably won't happen.
How we need to get an estimate.
How much is the? How much you need to cure your boy toy?
1,000.
1,000.
I take 1,000 out of the party loot and I put it in the sack and hand it to you.
Fuck.
Remember, the only reason the cost of the cart is so expensive is because you're also thinking about making it bigger. You're expanding the cart.
Yeah.
You could try to cut costs back to about half that price
Because I was trying
just
to.
repairing it.
Yeah, me, Charlotte, and Zastrin made this schematics
Mhm.
for essentially a Winnebago.
Yeah.
We had like almost a medi area
Yeah.
that you could rest in, and then a smaller alchemy area that was not.
It's a portable mansion.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what you're working for. But if you want to go back to the original card schematics, I'll give it to you for about a half. How much was the price that we settled
We
on?
never bought materials.
How much was the price we settled on that Charlotte gave you the bill?
I don't even think that's on this card.
I think it was roughly around like 2,000.
Yeah, 2,500. That's what it was.
I'll cut it down to 500 to just repair the card as is. It was for the materials. Charlotte's service charge would probably be a little bit more. Just a little bit.
Yeah, fair. All right.
Yeah.
But I
You
give
can
you,
always make additions later to the card.
yeah, I give you $1,000 though, and I say make sure that gets to him. And please, something that hot needs to survive in this world. Use this money
Turns
wisely.
bright red.
Use this money wisely.
Also, you guys have never thought about talking to people about buying on credit.
A what?
Credit or deferred payment.
Yeah.
What is deferred payment exactly?
As in you leave something here as
Oh.
proof of purchase that they will send a collector.
I mean that's true.
We can do that.
Well, okay, but yeah, after all the curses and cures are done,
Yeah.
then we worry about the cart because the cart's a lower expense. But let's do this. Let's split out right now. You two go to Zadra's, get your outfit. We'll go get the venue ready. We'll meet you at Zadra's.
Okay.
It ain't gonna take us long.
What do you need to?
I'm just gonna accompany you, buddy system.
Okay. Do you want to go somewhere after Zadra's or no?
Do we want to meet up at the Golden Scarab? I'm assuming your guys' will take longer than.
Well, the thing ain't until tonight. I figure we setting it up's gonna take a bit. We got some time to kill. We don't got to do anything specific.
Do you want to go talk cart supplies?
Yeah. So how about
Actually,
this? What's your thought?
Here's a thought. You could do that too. Like, go get your car supplies. We can meet you at the Golden Scarab, and we could do a bit of a pre-game celebratory drink. What do
You
you
know
guys
what? Sounds like a good idea to me. So, oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. I found Durston. He was in the stables by the Immaculate Repository.
Okay, that's good.
That's
I left a note,
Glad he's safe.
and I'm gonna leave a note in his room
Mhm.
that says, "Show up at the Golden Scarab."
Okay.
So
yeah.
we'll go get cart set up.
Mhm.
You two go to Zadra's, meet up at the Golden Scarab.
Okay.
Then we'll set that up, pre-game, get ready for the celebration.
Sounds good. Ready? Ready, Brian?
Another note. I'm just full of surprises this morning. If you see a human woman who looks like me, can you send her my way? I
Come
have a suspicion that my mother was around recently. I kind of got a note from her, and I've been looking for her.
You know they call.
Any qualities?
You know they.
I have no idea.
I haven't even finished my. I look
I'm
down,
a-
I look
I'm
down
a
at my
dog
eggs.
too.
I'm like bombshells and breakfast. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the brand one, smell it, and then the smell of citrus comes in, and I'm like, nope, I can't smell shit.
Oh.
Do you have a height and build? A name?
No.
I mean, you know the vague descriptions of like, this beautiful, free-spirited woman, but a lot of the description your dad gave you about your maternal mother is
It was also
personalities.
Yeah, and it was over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you have a name?
Don't. My father knew her as Roulette,
Roulette.
but
A pseudonym she might go by? How'd you know she was here?
She sent me a necklace and a note
What'd the note say?
saying that she knew I would look for her and to enjoy the journey. But it was signed B.
It wasn't.
It wasn't Roulette.
It wasn't directed to you, like the B is in Bramlin, or it was definitely.
It was signed B.
Just
Okay.
It was, yeah, it was
could be
definitely
a-
like at the end.
So Roulette was the name you knew her by.
Yeah.
But B is the one she did. Okay.
So-
could have easily changed.
Yeah, I'll be on the
Said
lookout, I
A.
guess.
I mean,
Fuck.
I looked for her yesterday when I ran into Theo and Chandra at the docks, but
I'm gonna be honest, Brand.
I mean, Eggs brought me the note. I don't know. I know she's a druid, so
And
she
I'm
could
gonna-
have had
And
any connection.
hon, I'm gonna tell you this, and I put my hand on her shoulder. She sounds like a woman that if she wants to be found, she'll be found.
Yeah.
I'll look out for her, trust me. If I get any whiff, it'll go right to you. But I feel like this is gonna be a her coming to us scenario.
I just would really like to find her.
Understandable. I know what it's like to worry about family. And I also know what it's like when family doesn't want to be got. But if she comes around, I'll keep my eye out.
Thank you.
Ready to head out?
Yes.
Let's go to the.
Let's go.
Old curse shop.
All right, so you guys split up. You head out to the Golden Scarab.
No, we're
No.
gonna find cart supply or
Cart shop.
cart.
Get,
Right.
get that figured out.
So you guys are heading out to the
Zadras.
Chandras,
Hmm.
Zadras. So
Yes.
heading out to the cart supply shop, you make your way to the open market area. There's not one kind of major engineering market in the city itself that I know of. Let me just double check that.
Yeah, because back when Durston had the engineers, they were just passing through.
Yep.
They were like, "Oh, we are touring the cities of this realm." Definitely ain't a big STEM college in Katapesh.
No.
So we're seeing more on the mercantile
Yeah,
career path.
you got your classic medieval tiers going on here. You have textiles, you got architecture to an extent. I'm also just gonna look. Honestly, if I can't find anything that looks like they sell ready carts or large supplies, I could head out to the front of town and see if a merchant has one they're willing to just loan out.
In the city itself, you don't find set cart supplies, and the wood, especially the wood that you had that made up the bulk of your cart. You're in a desert country.
Yeah.
Wood is all imported. There's a slight cost adder to lumber of that specific type.
Yep.
That would just mark it up to be about 750 gold to acquire that. Metal itself, though, ore is well founded in this region.
A lot of mines.
So you were able to get all materials for roughly about 800 gold pieces, but you have no way of technically transporting that. They kind of look at you. All the merchants offer you transportation costs when you leave the city, that they will travel with you and bring the supplies.
Is that rolled into the 800?
No, it would be a cost adder about 100 per merchant.
How many merchants am I looking at?
About 3. So about 1,100 gold to transport and to buy and transport all that materials across the desert. Because it is quite a bit of travel.
1,100 for that. 1,000 to cure lycanthropy. 1,000 to cure.
Bracers.
So that's
And then
Overall,
1,000.
Bracers are
1,000.
still a thing.
Yes.
yes.
I rolled to see if that was removed with the mummy rod. It wasn't.
So 1,000 bracers, 1,000 lycanthropy.
Yep.
$2,000 for
For
the
your
greater
restoration.
restoration.
Yes.
$2,000.
That's 4,000.
So what?
4,000. Okay.
Okay, so
But
we're
Okay.
And then additional 1,000 because of
But wait,
I already knocked out
Oh, no.
some.
Team
So what
number.
are
I already got
It's a
it.
total 7,300 with everything.
Well, no, it's 5,100 right now.
You want a piece of paper?
How much?
What?
You want a piece of paper?
I got a piece of paper.
Oh,
I got
I've
it
got
here.
it here.
Just to keep notes on what your costs will be, because
for the
So-
cart.
How much of this King Greater Restoration and what can be done back in Calmarin?
Calmarin, nothing.
I thought you said there was.
Zastaran has no ability
Okay.
to help you in this.
He's about as high level as
He's
we are.
about as high as Theo.
Yes.
Yeah. we don't have-
And he's not a cleric of a healing god. He's a cleric of an arcane magic god.
It's just 2,000.
All right, 11 to 31, 41, 50, 100 is the number we're looking at. Can I haggle with these lovely
Give me a
cards?
diplomacy check.
Because there also might be money from the show as well.
No, we already got that.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
talking
we might get
about-
tips.
Tips.
That's what I guess. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I was referring to.
Oh,
Nice.
that's spicy meatball. It's a big number,
Yeah,
guys. It's a big number.
Yeah, so thinking that might be able to help out as well. Granted, if we
25.
get tips.
25. The steel merchant
Natural 19.
kind of discusses it with his cohorts and partners, and they come back to you and they tell you, we are willing to take off. Looks at the price again. It was roughly about 450 gold for the steel, or 350 gold for the steel, and then the rest was in lumber. You got 25.
Yes.
Those are the calculations. And
So 350 for the steel. That leaves 450 for the lumber because it's more expensive right here. And the lumber was from two separate merchants.
Mhm.
So that's approximately 225 per merchant with 100 each for transport. So this guy, I'm looking at 350 for the steel itself and 100 for transport. How much of that can I knock off?
give me 1 second. There it is.
Business. Action.
Leaving that to you. With my ever so lovely charisma would not help us at all.
You're just in the back looking tough.
Yeah, I was like, I was like fascinated by what's going on. Like, I haven't seen this type of negotiating since before my child.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of weird negotiating process. Like occasionally, just things that don't make sense happen. Like I take a rubber duck out of my pocket, I place it on the table in front of us. He looks at it for a minute, takes a larger rubber duck. I take mine and put it on top of that rubber duck, and then we both nod.
Yeah.
The merchant says, look, the best I can do for you is I can cut the cost of the travel, which is 30% of the full price of the actual ore itself. So you're looking at roughly 350 flat
I can take it.
if I cut that price.
I'm
Is that
comfortable.
okay?
I'm comfortable with that.
So that's for them. So that's out of the 850, right? That I said, or 750?
You said 800
800.
for. Well, okay. So here's how it shakes out. It would be 350 for the metal, and then 100 for the transport. Cut it off, so that's 350 for metal alone.
Yeah.
And then it was
450.
450 for
Lumber.
the two separate wood vendors.
So it's 225.
Yeah,
per
200
vendor.
each, and then each of those guys was charging me 100 for transport.
So give me a diplomacy check again to the first lumber merchant.
Okay. Worse, much worse. 9.
This one looks at you as like, I'm sorry, my friend. This is very expensive wood from the mainlands. So if this is not what you want, you can go somewhere else. I know that there are not many vendors here.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, when you have +2.
Give me a roll for the second vendor.
I could assist
Better.
So I don't know how.
19.
Which one? 19.
10.
Oh, you're trying to
We're
assist
trying to
me?
assist, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just with their
Oh, that just adds a +2.
Okay, so 19 total plus 2, because you got a big number, right?
At 18, like it's diplomacy, right?
Yeah. So,
So, it's just straight up 18.
21.
Modifier.
so 21.
Yeah.
This one looks at you, and he's like, "Look, my friend. I wish I could help you."
I gotta get back to a town, man. We are Calmarine. It's a new upstart. We're making it happen. We saved it from Knowles. We guard in the region.
Don't worry.
Yeah. If you think about it, having
Never heard of it. Isn't that the place that is a death trap in the desert? That is not a
Not
place for
anymore.
business.
I'm one of the people that made it undeath trappable.
Give me another diplomacy check.
Do it again.
Are you kids? Nope.
No.
Oh.
12.
12. He looks at you. Look, I have not been to Calmarine. I have heard about it from many of my friends. They said it's not a safe place to travel to. So if you do not wish for my business, it is fine. I can leave these wood for those who are going to pay for it.
I'll
They
take
should.
it.
Very well. So both of the wood vendors will refuse to lower their costs. So the 450 plus 100 still stands. So it's
Yeah. So
550 plus 350.
yeah.
So it's
So it's
900.
900. Well, that doesn't sound
Oh,
bad.
No, it's 1,000.
No,
It's 1,000.
It's 1,000
It's
because
1,000,
it's
yeah.
100 for both.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking at an even 5 grand.
that's
Ah.
more.
Well,
That's
we got
more for.
a little over half that, and in your personal stores, we have enough to cover the total cost.
Yes, but we had to go there and back.
Here's what we got to do, though. We just got to pay here for the curses. We get a writ of payment. We get proof. We pay a
Oh.
portion of it.
Before you do this, since you guys aren't acting
yeah,
together right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
Theo and Yomi, you guys see
Brandon, you know me.
Ren and Yomi, you guys see Tordek and Ben off. You guys run over to Zadra's Fabrics. As you see the doors unlocked, you walk in and you see that Marcus Slotso is standing behind the counter saying, "Hello, welcome to Zadra's Fabrics. How can I help you?" "Oh, it's you guys. How you doing?"
How was class working out for you?
Great, great. They got a little foggy last night. I don't remember much, but Zadra's out right now. She said you'd be coming by. She told me to hand off the robes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I see that there is a receipt. So he pulls out this parcel that's wrapped in this brown paper. It's like, who's it for?
It's for me.
Good. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna open it and where's the dressing room?
Run back.
I'm gonna go back and like see if I can put it on.
You head around back and you see lots of Marcus is just sitting there. It's like, so how was your night?
How was yours?
Uh,
You got quite puzzled there.
Well, the day was really fun. Zara really showed me the nooks and crannies of the city.
All the nooks and crannies?
Most of the nooks and crannies. She
And
kept
the
a
curves
couple
and the
of
buns? Sorry.
That was
some of the
fun.
peaks and the tips.
That was for his birthday.
But
Why you were coming to the city to expand your business?
well, I do trade on a regular basis with the people here, and it was nice to actually visit my clientele every once in a while and my partners. Normally, I send an entourage ahead of myself, or an entourage instead of myself. But I decided, it's time. Maybe I can take a little vacation here and head over to Tianshan party with the Easterners for a while. But things happen. That weirdo that took my identity, whatever happened.
Gold set dead.
Yeah, but it's all in the past. As long as I can help you guys out and you guys can send me back home, I think we're good.
Where's your base of operation again? If you want to visit your store, of course.
I'm
See your
in
supplies.
Caliax, actually.
Yeah, that's where the Knights of Sidera are from.
Yeah, so my people come down here every once in a while. You'll see. Hopefully, we get a storefront rather than just a little, carpet with things and wares on it. But it seems like there's a big lumber trade in this place, and maybe I can tap into those resources if I can get a lumber mill up. I heard that certain places are selling really high-end lumber up in Afghanistan, but it's not working out. There are too many orcs in the region.
Well, if
Oh, no
you-
offense to yourself, of course, lady. Yeah.
None taken. I don't know them. Haven't been up there. Kinda came here first. Have I been up there?
Yeah, that's like literally your hometown.
That is?
Like,
I don't know what my hometown is. Where is it?
Afghanistan is the main continent that you guys are from.
Well, yeah, but
But where he's talking about is actually north of your home city by like maybe 50 miles
towards the mountain.
towards the mountains.
Yeah.
Close.
I mean, I went
Yeah.
south and east, south and west.
Yeah. But a region that has had a history with orcs is very close to your home.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the map. It's been a while.
It's been a
Pathfinder.
while.
But basically, it's where our other campaign was based.
Okay.
Yeah, Last Wall or whatever. That was.
Giant Slayer.
Yeah, but the name of the city.
Oh, Iron wall, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, he kind of says that he's trying to break into that lumbering area. They said something about a place called Falcon's Hollow, but they've been dealing with some children going missing and some weird things happening in the
Is
forest.
that continent?
No, yes, it is, and he says it's a small, quaint little lumbering town that refuses to basically make deals with him because they're part of something called the Lumber Consortium, which is a major conglomerate of lumber mills all over Avestan.
And this is where the children's going to see as well.
Yes,
What's the lumber? What?
consortium.
Consortium.
And as he's talking, you see Yomi comes out dressed in this.
I sent you a picture.
Yep. That's like
Okay.
this dark,
I might need to be good.
kind of bluish, grayish looking garb, large baggy pants that have the same slits that he normally wears down the side of his hips, but with these flares that seem very foreign to you. You might have seen some people wear similar type of robes that have layers that fold over that almost have a cloud-like pattern and cuts to them, and the long overcoat itself cuts into a vest-like shape at the top, a deep V with a red trim and red tassels, and he kind of holds a hat. As he puts it on, you see a bell with a long red tassel coming off, and off the back of the hat you see two golden bands that drape down, and a black veil covers his face.
How do I look?
Don't get too close to the entourage. It's when you want to play with your bell.
Yeah, huh? I take off the hat.
It looks good. I like the vest.
Yeah.
And
like, I keep
essentially,
down,
you
hand
see
bracelets out.
this
Oh,
picture that Yomi has.
Oh.
Joe sent you.
Long gold.
Tim Gunn just walks into the shop out of nowhere and goes,
Classy.
I've seen all I need to see.
That would be perfect.
Do you need anything else for tonight?
No, that's it. But let me go change real quick. It's so hard to put on these damn gloves because of the damn bracers. Oh my!
What do the racers look like?
The bracers are just these
Cuffs.
metallic cuffs that fit over
Do they
his.
look like smooth shackles?
No, they have this intricate kind of elven-looking design.
Okay.
Like
I'm like, it's not going to be like a blight on the outfit kind of thing.
No, it's like the gloves are over it, but you see a little lump right here.
And lots of kind of looks at, oh, you better be careful. That might stretch out those gloves if you're trying to put them over the bracers.
Yeah, I can't really. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about that. So I'm gonna quickly take them off.
You take them off. You put them over the bracers.
No, I try to put it under.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
You see
no,
the you see the little gold thing?
That's like a
Yeah, yeah.
cast. Can't get anything inside it.
yeah.
Oh,
So
your arm's gonna itch.
he kind of looks at you guys. Right. So you enjoy what you got. I'll let Zadra know. We'll be over at the Golden Scarab a bit earlier tonight. I'll help set up, considering you all still technically own me.
What was that? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He kind of looks at you and looks at you, Brenwyn. It's like, right. So is there anything else I can help you with? Need a dress or anything?
Do you need a dress?
Oh no, Zadra set us up already.
Yeah.
The
We still got
Yeah.
we still got our swanky
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You guys still have all your swag. So yeah.
Oh.
So I'm gonna change back to my regular outfit,
Okay.
and then I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
put
dress
it
it
in
up. Oh, we
the
gotta go
packet that was
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
so we'll see you later then.
Right. Bye. And he kicks you guys out. As you guys are kind of milling about town, heading to the Golden Scarab to prep everything,
Yeah.
give me a perception check on all of you.
28.
You're a trickster.
Non-natural 20.
All right.
19.
16.
16. All of you hear mutterings as you passed by certain merchant shops. Ben and Tordek, you guys hear people saying, "Did you hear the Golden Stripe has been disbanded? They've been defeated around Kelmering." Yes, it's supposedly it's a bit safer now. You, Yomi and Brendan, you guys hear rumors that go about. People are saying things like, "I'm thinking maybe if after tomorrow I'm going to head out in the caravan over to Kelmarine, see if there's any business over there." It seems like merchants are starting to take action, and it seems that the word has spread that the coldest tribe of Knolls has been defeated, and it is causing quite a bit of stir around the city itself.
I'm assuming you guys told us about the blood. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We told that. Yeah, the Nav chased us into town.
Do you think these merchants know that the
We let the guard know.
Yeah, we let the guard know.
Yeah, so
And then Sidrus knows too,
Yeah.
even so. We got mouths in the bureaucracy of the city talking to each other that all know there might be a dangerous animal
Yeah.
outside the city.
when we can assume that they'll probably warn merchants that are coming and going, that it's out there. Hopefully it's not out there.
It's out of our hands at this point,
Yes.
and it's on the edge of the city that we are. Oh, do we have to exit that way if we want to go to Kelmarine?
Yes.
Maybe it's not.
Be
Maybe,
careful.
maybe it's less sense then.
But I mean, we could hitch a ride with the merchants.
We're gonna be hitching a ride with a few. But are we
Are we
met
back
up at
together?
this point?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
So, yeah,
You guys are at the,
Yeah.
you guys are at the Golden Scarab, Jago Friggle. That's like Jago Friggle.
So
What?
we found
The goblin.
yes.
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 So because we were able to get the supplies. We're
Yeah.
Sort of, I think both.
So I got to pay the cost for the materials up front. We can't shortchange that at all. So I already took $1,000 out of the loot. We're down 1,000 gold. We got approximately 1,800. What I'm thinking is we're gonna have to commit some IOUs, and we're gonna have to send some money from Calmarine as soon as we get back. It's not gonna be a big issue. The big ticket item is gonna be the Greater Restoration.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost us, and even $2,000. I'm thinking we put $1,000 down on that. Tell them we'll send the rest.
Okay.
Church of Abadar knows we're good for it. We've given them plenty of business in the past, woefully so or not. But we'll do it. One lycanthropy, one bracers, each is $1,000. We're gonna attempt to do it at 400 and send the remaining 1,200 from Calmarine as well.
Well, hopefully, any tips we can get from tonight can also go to.
Hopefully.
That's
We will let
Hopeful.
the individuals know, because I feel like we want to get that taken care of today before the show. We got time, and we know where it is. We let those individuals know we're having a show tonight. We're going to be receiving tips. Anything that we can immediately contribute to them, we will. Otherwise, we will personally guarantee them they will receive the money from Calmarine.
And that can all come out of my personal fund.
And it will. And it will.
Man, we're expensive.
And if my ears perk correctly, there are whispers going around the city that we've done our job. And as long as we connect our name to that job, we might be in better shape.
Which job is this?
The job of clearing Calmarine.
Okay.
Dispersing
I was
them-
thinking Travis.
dispersing the Knolls.
This talking merchants might be
Yeah.
going back out there
Yeah.
to set up business.
We dealt the local tribe, it seems, that was causing people a lot of issue, a big blow, essentially neutralizing them entirely and scattering them to the four winds.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do now, and we're at the Golden Scarab. The venue is clear. It looks good.
It looks good. You notice that there are about 8 tables at the front, of the very front of the
Yeah.
venue that are within this orchestra pit-esque kind of area.
Yeah.
And
That's right. We need to reserve 2 for your cat buddies.
3.
3.
1 per.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Her?
Yes.
It's all right. We worked out the seating count last time, so it's not overflow. We're not over max capacity.
And any stragglers
And I-
join.
I let the goblin,
Kreble,
Yeah.
Jago.
yeah, Kreble.
Same price.
I don't,
Yeah.
Can I call him Kreble for short?
Yeah, you can.
I say, all right, Kreble, my man.
Huh?
We got this event booked near max capacity. It's not going to go over, trust me. I let him know we sold front seats for those are the premier options. Tables just past that, smaller ones don't need to be too high end, are the gold options, and then standing room is copper and silver.
Your friend Jaraz Nazir has already rented out the location. I am not going to be working tonight.
Well, who is?
One of your people?
Okay, just making sure that you knew what was going to happen. That's fine.
We are just providing alcohol and all of that. None of those proceeds will be going to you.
Of course.
Fair enough.
But tips are ours, right?
It depends. If they tip the bartender, then
Oh,
we
yeah.
keep the
of
money.
course. Anything that lands on the stage.
He sounds like fucking Mario.
I will kill you.
It's me, your assassin. But that's clear.
Anything that lands on the stage, I would say that you should advise people not to make any throwings of the monies into the stage. You should ask them to make donations directly to you, unless you want money to go missing.
That is fair.
So during the performance, we
We'll be
the rest
going
of us
around.
will be going around
Yeah.
and
We'll be going around.
collecting.
All right. Is there any way we can make sure with you that 3 of those tables are set aside or reserved, or do we have to worry about that?
That is all upon you and your company.
All right. I find a tarp. Is there like a canvas or a tarp somewhere in this area that I can cover 3 tables with? I'll do that.
You find tablecloths that they're kind of just like canvas.
Yeah.
That very tough stuff that can like take damage. You cover up these tables. It's easy to denote tables that are reserved.
Do either of y'all know the name of those folk?
Cat folks? No, Bianca does, but
You all would recognize them.
I do.
They
Yeah.
stand out.
I think it was good.
I'm just thinking of a name to write down on a place card.
all I know
Something like
is that they say yes a lot.
All right, I'll make sure.
Heads up.
I'll make sure they're not quite in the center, but off to the side. Like it's like a thrust stage, right? I'm guessing.
Slightly. It's more proscenium with
Looks like
The
curvy.
slight
a
thrust.
apron,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure they're off to the side, not quite front and center.
And it's not a deep proscenium too. It's probably like probably 5 feet inset.
Nonetheless, I'll make sure those are covered. What we gotta do now? Head to the Church of Abadar. Let's
For those cursed?
to get y'all cured
Just to go on
and make
step
some
out.
mighty IOUs.
Okay, let's go.
Well, you went in smiles, everyone.
You guys make it over to the Church of Abadar. Standing in line for probably a little past midday. It takes about an hour to line up with everyone. Get to the front, they lead you into the Jalal Abdul Abdar's
The
sanctum
fellow
again.
that resurrected Grant.
And he sees you. You have all come back. How can I help you?
My good man, we are here to acquiesce your curative efforts.
Who shall be blessed by Abadar today?
Well, we have 2 orders of magnitude on my lovely friend here and 1 on my lovely friend here. When you resurrected our dear Bran, the obvious tolls of the spell took effect. We're not unfamiliar with those. We would like to rectify those tolls and restore her lost abilities. We'd also like to cure her particular case of lycanthropy, as well as remove those cursed items.
Lycanthropy and removal of the penalties of death is quite a bit of a cost. Let me. You see, he pulls out this large key that has a holy symbol of Abadar.
And
on
I got
the head of the key.
my scale ready
And
if he needs it.
Yeah, he walks past and kind of opens up this large looking vault behind him, and you see he pulls out a scroll, and he kind of looks on it, and it looks like a menu, essentially.
Is it probably like this is this much?
And while he's looking, I'll say, I don't know about your list, my good friend, but by my approximation, I'm prepared to offer you a sum of 1,800 gold for the total curative efforts. I know the total averages out to 4 grand. The remaining 2 grand and 200 gold I can have delivered from Calvarain within a week. Or no, it takes us a week to get back. Within 2 weeks, it would
You
be.
still
It doesn't take us 3 days to get back?
No, we.
Yeah, because we still have to, no, because the first guy's not too far off now, right? The
You see,
Plus
he
tips.
looks at it like,
Yeah.
yes, the restoration will take about 2,000 gold pieces, yes,
Understandable.
and 1,000 gold pieces to remove the curse of lycanthropy.
And for the bracers as well.
The bracers will also be another 1,000 gold pieces.
So what I would like to propose is, given the fact that I'm buying them as a lump sum, that we have done business with you before, and you know that we are good with providing gold and money, I have on me 400 for each curse and 1,000 for the greater restoration that I would like to pay now, and assure you that I will have the remaining 2,200 delivered from Calmarine as soon as I am able.
You see, he looks at you and he kind of pulls out a drawer. What is the name of your business or guild?
My guild, I'll put it on the guild instead of the
Oh.
business for now.
Right.
We are the Sons of Anarchy.
So he pulls out this sheet of paper and he puts it up to his lips. Sons of Anarchy. As your entire guild contract appears in front
I
of
don't
him.
need to involve Zastrin in this. Not gonna do it for the Devil's Brew.
And
Yeah.
you see at the bottom, it says, total sum of money owed by the members of your guild shall be 22,200 gold pieces,
All right.
or that of equivalence in value in gems or other goods, to be paid by what date, by what time would be the best for you?
So it takes about a week to get back to Calmarine, right?
And then,
Are we leaving?
Are we leaving after the show
the question is
tomorrow?
how.
We
If we have nothing else to do, I mean, and it's assuming I just
We-
before
we
we
don't.
can completely prove ourselves with what we've done
We're
already.
good.
So if we have,
Well, we had to make sure. We had to go back to the guild and make sure that we proved everything else.
No, we don't have to go back to the guild.
Do we need to drop off the mummy?
We have to go
again?
back to Devon.
well, we need to, well, yeah, because Devon.
The guild was you have to prove something to the guild to prove that you're an actual functioning team.
Yeah.
Before the guild would give you full clearance as pathfinders.
So we've not gotten that cleared yet.
No.
I
So-
believe you got
so we need
missing
to
one
bring-
trophy.
We need to bring the mummy hand.
Yes, that's
So
why
we need to
we're
do
Oh,
there.
that's right.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do.
Where we get- Okay,
And-
yes. Well,
And then,
Sorry.
wait.
The
sidebar.
time frame.
wait,
you wanna
wait, when is
Give us 3
the
weeks.
3 weeks.
gladiator event?
We're not doing it.
We're gonna. It was not too long, too late.
It's too long, and we don't have the resources. We need to get our shit fixed. It's all
3
right.
weeks, we will send a courier to collect 2,200 gold pieces from the city of Kelmarine under the names of the Sons of Anarchy.
Of course.
Should this be infringed upon, the Packmasters will deliver justice upon you using the powers of the Zephyr Guard and all of the masteries of arcane magics that they have at their disposal.
Of course.
Will this be agreed?
Agreed.
Yes.
Very good.
And then do you want to mention the show tonight? 'Cause I know, or no.
For well,
Tips.
if we get tips tonight, we can just bring them back
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
have
On this
paid
one.
off.
We have an event in the Golden Scarab tonight. We're putting on a dance. If you a show of sorts. If you want to attend.
He kind of looks at all of you. Give me a diplomacy check.
And it's just
How?
Right.
Oh, because you're in
by
there.
I'm saying that I'll be performing
21.
or no.
So you're +2. So that why would he be in any way enticed that you're performing?
I don't know. I've performed a couple times here.
He wasn't there.
If he's hot for you,
Yeah, exactly.
roll for attraction.
What'd you roll?
21.
He looks at all of you. The gold for the current transaction, please.
Hand it over.
All right,
Total
mark
is
that
1,800.
gold off. And he looks at all of you. Who is first?
I kind of nudge Bradwin.
Please, have a seat on the table.
On the table.
Yes. You see the slab in which you were resurrected on is in the center of the room.
Turn your head and cough.
As you lay down, you see he pulls out a diamond and puts it in this kind of inset right at the tip of the table at the top of the table, right above your head. And you see he places gold pieces that he pulls out of his robe around your body.
That should be enough.
and he grabs onto the key around his neck, and he starts praying in Kaleshian. Something happened?
No,
No, we're
sorry,
just-
we're tired of this. Sorry.
Yeah.
The gold pieces start to glow as the holy symbol of Abadar in each individual gold piece begins to fluoresce, and the diamond shatters. And he just looks at you and makes eye contact with you. Says, "Breathe in, child." As you breathe in, the diamond dust enters into your body as it dissolves, and you feel this sharp pain as it enters your lung, but then you feel this warmth just billow through your body as this fatigue that's been gripping you for the last 2 days fades, as your -2 levels are now gone. And he looks at you, and you're also suffering from the lycanthropy.
Yes.
He takes off the holy symbol and just rubs his hand on it, and you see it glows searing hot, and he pulls it away from his hand, and his hand maintains that searing hot flame, and he presses it down into your chest as you feel this burning course through your veins. All of you notice that her veins start glowing red as this divine magic enters into your body and just purges you completely of this curse. You are now cured of lycanthropy.
Ah!
That's like
Sorry.
it sounds.
Is that the exact sound you make after?
Just immediately vomits.
Ah.
He turns to you, Yomi.
Mhm.
And what is your curse?
I have these curse items on me, and I'm showing them the bracers.
He looks at them. This will be a bit more difficult. An arcane item such as this will not always allow for success in removal. I must assure that you all know this.
Anywhere we can help.
No. To remove a curse that is placed onto another creature from a being who has the power to create such an item, this is difficult. I will refund you half the price of the removal of the curse if I cannot remove them. But there is a cost.
Very well.
He looks at the bracers. Let's see. Remove curse. So he is.
And also, I believe he had taken money to Chitax. The money for his next one.
Oh, yeah.
There you
She
go.
already has that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't forget to give it to him.
Yeah.
Alright.
3-night stand.
Or more.
A pen pal.
Maybe we'll just show him town.
Yeah, maybe.
On every sudden.
Yeah, if he's like trying to kill us at the same time.
Jesus. Okay. So
Mhm.
I need to actually check this properly.
Yeah.
Something someone take care.
I
Does this
forgot
will be-
the spell had a chance to fail.
Well, if it fails, fuck.
Okay. Okay.
So let's see now. Magic items.
We're finally headed back. We're almost headed home.
Do we need? No, we don't need more horses, right?
No,
Oh,
we're good.
that's okay.
Theo has a horse.
Yeah,
I have a
that's right.
horse. Chandra doesn't need a horse.
We have, this is 4 for.
So we got one for Bran and not Bran and Durston. Let's say Bran Durston,
We have,
Yomi and Theo. Me, you, and Chandra.
yes. There's 5.
Yeah, we got three horses.
We have 4. Oh, we have 4. Wait, no, wait.
Doesn't Chandra have his own horse?
No, he doesn't need one.
Wait, how much did we?
He floats.
Oh no, wait. He was
He
already.
walked all the way to from Calmary here.
Oh, he did. He brought a horse.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh no, wait. How many horses did we have when we went to
Three.
the 3? Okay.
Yeah, we had one for me and Chandra, one for you, one for Theo.
Because I'm trying to remember how much we had overall. I'm trying to remember how many we had in the stable.
3.
have
No,
No, we had more because
Four?
Theo put 100 and then everyone else puts them in like after the fact.
we had no more than 4.
I can also fly back.
Yeah, but not for the entire time, right?
She has quite a bit of time.
Mhm.
How long?
Yeah,
Like a full 8-hour day?
Let's do this.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming it's something that's just like a long rest.
A wild shape.
Like, I'm assuming it's a long rest to be able to use it again.
I can do it twice a day, I think.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, yeah, you're
An
right.
hour per level or half hour?
To double check.
Yeah, you're right. I think we do. No, because we were missing. Well, if it comes down, is Bianca going to
1 hour per druid level.
Jesus fuck. Okay.
So 6 hours?
So-
Or 7 to
Twice.
5? I don't know where you're at.
We're at 6.
5.
So you're
I'm
right.
level 5.
Everyone's
That's
different, remember?
still a full travel day. You could be
Yeah.
flying the entire time.
Oh, that's right. Twice a day, he says.
Assuming you don't mind staying in eagle form between stops, but still. Alright. So that takes, no offense meant, an amount of weight off the trip.
And then we've got.
So we got heavy hitters on, heavy load for horses. You, Durston, and it's actually just you two. The rest of us are relatively light. John
and
weighs
then-
nothing.
Yeah, John, that's right. So it'd be you two, Theo. So
Yeah, how
I'm trying
about-
to accommodate for because we also have Bianco too.
He's got his own horse.
That's true.
Oh. I can use an additional time per day at 6th level. So I can do it once.
So, Jalal places his hands in a prayer formation in front of the holy symbol.
Mhm.
As he rubs them together, you see his hands begin to glow. He circles them around 7 times as he reaches out and he says, "Show me your hands."
I
Like
think
some-
he's a
He
gamer.
grabs onto the braces. You see heat start emanating from his hands as the crease and the seams of the bracers start to glow as he tries to remove them. You got super fucking lucky. You roll a natural 20.
Oh,
The caster level check he had to beat was a 16 plus 10.
Oh,
shit.
It's a 16th level curse that you're wearing.
Oh my
He's a level 7 cleric,
Oh,
Oh god.
which means he gets to roll a d20 plus 7 to remove it.
this man deserves a fucking
Oh.
medal.
So he'll roll a 19.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
So he holds on to the braces, and you just hear a tick, tick as they open, as he pulls them off of you.
Whew.
So,
You want to keep those?
these are very powerful items. If you wish, I can take them off your hands and dispose of them properly and reimburse you a portion of the cost.
That
Yeah,
would be
that would be-
mighty
yes,
fine.
please.
You see, he steps over to the table and he puts them down away from him as he rubs his hand together and touches his forehead as his eyes glow for a second as he's about to identify the items.
Oh, we're actually going to find out what they are.
He's gonna look at it. He's
Oh,
gonna look at us
wow.
like,
Really?
Mummy?
Yeah, we got
yeah, we got it from the Mummy Lord.
Oh yeah. Who's
Oof.
damn.
Gonna be glad to have that memento of a sadder time very gone. Also, it just occurred to me, just out of the blue, that the weapon that I wield is from the only man I've ever killed.
You mean the crossbow?
Yeah.
He looks at all of you and he tells
Wait,
you,
did you get lost?
"These are bracers of defenselessness. To the untrained eye, they seem as if they offer you great defense." And you see he manifests a small fireball in his hand, or a small firebolt in his hand, and tosses it at the bracers, and they bounce off. But as soon as you wear them, they will draw every attack towards you.
Oh, that explains why.
The enchantments on these are great. I will offer you 2,000 gold pieces for the bracers.
Deal.
Can I appraise? Can I do a boop, 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 boop in my head to see if I know anything about how that
Give
might
me
shake
an
out?
appraisal check.
Come on, Grunkle Sam.
Can I do a spellcraft check to see if
Oh, my
16.
spellcraft check to see if
16.
uh
I'm probably just gonna get like a higher or lower, if
Give
anything.
me 1 second. For what, Josie?
well,
Spellcraft will tell you what it does.
yes or no. I'm fine.
So appraisal is the first. There it is.
Second on the list. Below acrobatics.
Yeah, my. What is your right now?
+7.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah, like,
That's pencil.
You rolled a 16.
I'm just wondering if it actually means it.
Wait, no, that's not pencil.
I think it's like a blue.
So this is math because Pathfinder is always math.
Of course.
should we call it math fun?
You can always
I think
ballpark
you
it,
want
man.
that.
We won't hold it against you.
Yes.
I want to cause as little frustration to you as possible, so you can always ballpark it if you want.
You know that this is anywhere between 10,000 gold to 15,000 gold pieces worth of enchantments on this thing.
Okay.
He's offering to take it off your hands and dispose of it for you
Yeah.
because it's a
Yes.
cursed item, not a magic item.
Yeah. So he's offering $2,000 for that.
Yes,
Which would then go
because
back
for a
We owe
business like a church, they would not have any real use for this.
Do we have 200 on us?
I have 115.
I have maybe.
I mean, these are technically yours.
So we
Yeah.
we could sell them on the black market. But then we know that we sold them on the black market and someone will probably get
Girl, I don't care. Actually. No.
They might come to us. Just
Who's the most intelligent? What's your intelligence score?
I
16.
16 as well.
12.
12.
You know that you don't need to sell them as a lie. You can sell them to someone as what they are.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
She's
not going
worried
to come
about
back
the
to you.
She's worried about the ramifications of someone who gets them.
I was thinking of guilt of knowing that's
Oh,
the process.
sorry, that's-
And then they might
Yeah.
come back to us. And
Again, these are cursed items. so.
Yeah.
Well,
You also do know that you have a kind of a treasury of sacred items back at Kelmoraine as well to oversee items like this. Underneath the Temple of Serenray, there's that vault of magic items that are under the ward of the temple.
So the way I see it, we got 3 options. We sell them to the temple here, knock $2,000, $220 off the price, make our debt even. We sell it somewhere else, inadvisable, I'm gathering.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not guilty about
I don't think the city likes us at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Christian's very.
Then option 3 is we still send the money back from Calmoraine, we take these home.
I think we sell them here. Explain why.
I mean, we want.
We could sell them here. That way we could take a huge part of our
Debt off.
off.
I mean,
We only need like 200 gold pieces to pay them off.
yeah.
correct?
So if we have, I mean, see,
Well,
we just
no,
get the money right back.
Isn't
though,
it 3,200 that we
No.
owe?
Nope, we owe 2,200.
2,200?
right?
Oh.
And we would.
Oh.
Would he be giving us 2,000?
He'd be giving us
He's
$2,000.
offering
So
you
basically-
2,000. That's what he just said.
So basically
when
just
he
give it back.
did the appraisal check.
So we basically just give it back to him. This one. So it would just be.
Now, hold on.
Let's keep going.
Give me a yay or nay. Yay or nay, we take this out and we sell it somewhere else. We try to get us to $10,000. And I'm doing this in a huddle.
He's not worried about business. He's just offering this to you as a
Oh, yeah.
courtesy. Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
yay or nay. We sell this, we try to snake us $10,000, we worry about the buyer. I'm looking to all of you.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking specifically.
No.
Yeah.
Yay,
I mean-
yay or nay, sell it on the market.
If you want to, I will be your bodyguard, but I'm
My-
kind of done with curses. I just want to be out of it.
Same with me. I will. If you feel like it's the smartest idea, then fine. But we have to be careful who we sell it to.
My only concern is not to go to selling it. It's what if they don't. I mean, I'm assuming we tell them exactly what this is because if you're under the illusion that it is, I'm assuming you tell them the harmful side effects because they don't want it to come back to us and get people and have the.
We're
person-
selling this to someone. We're telling them what it is. The person who buys it is not going to be the most scrupulous. I'm guessing.
Basically, they would know the consequence of putting it on.
Yes.
That's my concern. I don't want it to come back to us.
It's not going to come back.
It's not gonna come back to us.
That's
They know
that's
what
my
the purpose
concern.
is.
Yeah, that's the. I got to Sony. That's my concern. Is if it's gonna be that. Yeah, I got no will towards. If we think we can sell for more,
What would you like to do?
I mean, we can always.
Thank you for the offer, friend, but we'll keep it for now. But we will still send the 220 from Kamaray.
If you are looking for a potential buyer to use these, I am not one to like to see things like this fall into the hands of those who might be unlawful. So, I would say this. The unseen hand works a lot for those who serve higher powers. They could find this useful.
A neutral party of sorts.
An evil underbelly of the city.
But one that is overseen to an extent.
To a very minimal extent. But you also have a choice to try to track down one of the Packmaster's servants to see if they are willing to strike a deal.
I mean,
I like that idea.
I would say avoid the Night Stars. They are unreputable. There is a being who runs their business in the Night Star, the Seer of Katapesh. I would like to not see him acquire any more power, if possible.
The image of the mask just burns through my head.
I won't say anything to the note or tune of that name, but I will say I understand your qualms. I take the bracers, don't put them on.
He, as you reach out for them, he places his hand out. He reaches under, turns around, goes back to the vault. You see, pulls out a box, and it has a number of holy symbols emblazoned around it, and a couple of arcane sigils and divine seals. And he opens it up, and you see he kind of grabs a cloth out from it and wraps it around the bracers and puts it in the box and locks it. The box will protect you and anyone who handles these bracers. There is an enchantment on them. Those who wield these will have the temptation to wear them. Be very careful. This is not something your mind can protect you from. It is a compulsion.
Oh shit.
As he traces his finger around the seal of the box
Real fucking happy I didn't touch them. I will say it's garbage.
and snaps it down. And he slides the box over. The box itself is 50 gold pieces.
I'll pay it.
No, I got it.
All right,
I got it.
mark it down.
So you guys have with you bracers of defenselessness.
oh yay!
They act as though they give you a +5 to AC. But what they do is give you a -5 to AC in all saving throws. Sorry, just AC.
Okay. Leave you a -5 to AC.
And you guys have that written down?
I have written down here.
No,
Pathfinder's Guild?
Pathfinder's Guild.
What time is it now?
What time is it?
It's roughly about 1 p.m.
oh, we got time.
We have time. We have a few hours till we have to be there.
Okay.
Pathfinder's Guild will head straight to the Golden Scarab right after. We'll pregame. We'll get ready. Tomorrow, how about this? After the show's over, see if anyone in the audience looks Packmastery. Talk to Nazir. See if he knows anyone. See if we can find the unseen hand. But if we can't get this done in a day, we take him with us to Calamari.
And we can stick him in the vault.
Yes.
Okay.
If we can't find a buyer the day after the dance, we haul ass out of here.
Okay.
Agreed?
Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully Theo, Chandra, and Durston agree as well, but I have a hard time believing they won't. To contain something like this or to outright hellish get rid of it, as long as that gold goes to us,
I
Goes to
prefer,
keeping us up alive.
prefer to make money off of it. But I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm not.
I prefer-
The vault idea is also preferable.
I prefer keeping us alive. If that money can contribute to that, I will take it. No matter what shape or form.
What was I going to say? There, never mind.
Head to the Pathfinders.
So you guys leave the Immaculate Repository free of curses and head over to the Immaculate Repository.
I want to leave a tip in the thing on the way out.
So you drop in a piece of gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
So you two receive blessings of Avadar. You guys are considered blessed for the next 24 hours.
Hey.
Running over to the Pathfinders Guild, Pathfinders Society Lodge. You guys make it inside, and you see there is was it Jingle Frank Terrible name?
I only got Jingle, but
Yeah.
Jingle.
Yes,
You see the small.
she was
gnome.
a female gnome.
Yes. Small female gnome sitting at the large kind of counter, and she's oh, hello there.
Yeah. I take
How can I
the,
help you?
I take the mummy hand and I just like no, here's what I do. I walk in, I hide my hand in my sleeve,
Oh,
and I put the mummy hand in its place, and I just like casually put it on the desk like, we have a trophy to claim.
She looks at your hand and she sees it. Oh, you better get that check, friend. That looks
I
mighty
know what you're talking
dangerous.
about. As I raise it up and I like pull it off and go. Oh!
Don't scare me like that. All right, so that's what you're turning in,
Yeah, Mummy Lord.
Mummy Lord.
Yeah.
yeah. It's dead. No.
Wait,
Oh, it's sweet. And
did you make sure it stays dead?
Dead.
yeah.
And although the residue is gonna stick for a while, so you know.
Well, no. Did you destroy its sarcophagus in the place it resurrects every once in a while?
Or I'd like grab her, like,
It's inaccessible by any mortal means, I can tell you that.
Well, I mean, you killed it once. I guess that counts. But the next time you face a mummy, they don't just die.
Right?
They
Yeah.
come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There were
Um,
extenuating circumstances that prevented the destruction of said property. But nonetheless,
No.
but we're
the location in which it is guarded is inaccessible.
Right then. So, let me see. She kind of looks through her
And that
papers.
if you go in there, you will die.
I mean,
Twilight date. Yeah,
And
just
master of the half-truth.
I remember the beginning.
she looks at you and is like, all right, so I can accept this, and that will be, she takes it, that'll be your final trophy to be registered. Once we have this one registered, I'll return it to you. Just come back tomorrow morning, and the venture captain, Aurora Steelbloom, should have signed off on everything for all of you.
Right.
That's all right?
It is most
Yes,
definitely.
it is.
Anything else I can do for you, fine people?
Nope. Although, have you heard about the show, The Golden Scare tonight?
There's a show.
Yeah.
I mean, no one invited me to anything.
Well, you might want to stop by around sunset. The lovely Gerard Nazir is hosting a venue in which our friend here will be performing.
and I give a bow.
Give me a performance check just for the bow.
Are you wearing your gloves right now?
No.
And that's not a dance performance, so
No.
it's just a charisma check.
Oh, then this 20.
She looks at you. Well, fancy. How much does it cost?
We still have a few gold seats left, not the premier ones.
Oh, I can't afford gold.
There's copper, too.
Oh yeah,
Is there
we have standing room. It's 3 copper, right?
Standing? I mean, it's kind of hard to see.
Don't worry, we'll provide accommodations because you have so generously put this process forward for us.
She kind of looks at you guys. All right, then. And she kind of pulls out a copper piece and flings it up. First person that catches it. Consider me there. So, is there a ticket? Something I show at the door?
Were we giving out? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She takes it. Thank you. So, sunset tonight. Will there be free drinks?
Not free.
Drinks are on sale by the Golden Scarab.
Hey, they charge an arm and leg there. Right,
Can
get
we-
drunk beforehand.
Understand.
Thank you.
Free
That's what we're gonna do.
See, I forgot one.
What was
We are
the official
cranking this
title
shit out.
for Steel Bloom? She's
Venture captain.
Venture Captain.
The Venture Captain Aurora Steel Hawk?
Bloom.
Bloom.
Steel Bloom.
It's good music.
So, anything else I can do for you?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So, you all have a good night. I'm going to be finishing up your paperwork and hopefully I can get off on time to see that show I paid good money for. As she kind of jumps off her seat and like carries the Maloney hand off.
Alright.
Wow.
So, begin, guys.
Great. Let's head
Yeah.
there. Let's get some drinks.
Right. So you guys head to the Golden Scarab. How much you guys put down for drinks?
Oh wait, we're drinking at the Golden Scarab?
Oh yeah, let's drink
wait,
with
you
Sun
want to
Dragon.
drink it?
Yeah, because then
Yeah.
we can get dressed too.
Yeah, let's go
Oh,
to
let's-
Sun Dragon.
let's-
So you guys go to the Sand Dragon. You guys all drink. How much?
do that?
How much do you all drink? Each drink is
I-
about a silver piece.
Oh, you
Just
know
one
what?
Silver piece. Wait, what did you say?
I'll put down the money for this one. Trust me, it's my treat. So let's see,
okay.
silver piece per drink. 2 drinks, 3 drinks a person.
Just one drink for me.
1 drink for you. 1, 2.
Takes a
So,
lot.
a silver for a drink?
Yeah.
1 silver, 2 silver, 3 silver. How many?
Five.
No, I mean, not gonna get super drunk, but
So 5 drinks.
You're a dwarf. You have advantage. Like
That is-
bonus on all these things.
All right,
that's 2, yeah.
I'm throwing down a gold. I'm getting
All right. So
1, 2, 3, 5.
all of you start drinking a little bit before sunset as Jaraz Nazir comes in and he sees all you.
Hey!
Ah, you're all here. The Golden Scarab is ready. My people are taking care of decorating it and putting it all into place. I have drinks at that bar if you would like. As he kind of sees you all have finished like most of your drinks, I need you to roll me a Constitution save first. Yeoman.
14.
You're fine. Brandon, roll me a Fortitude save.
Fortitude save is natural 20, so
Whoa.
26.
You're fine. Tordek, roll me 2 Constitution Fortitude saves.
Constitution, that first one, die rolls 18.
All right, so next one.
So, die roll, that one is 15 plus
You're fine.
15.
15 was the second one. So roll me your Constitution save for your 2 drinks.
Hey. That's all right. I got means and manner for this. 10.
10. That's just what you needed.
Hey.
So you guys are all kind of like feeling good as Jaraz comes in. It's like, so are you all ready? We have a room prepared for you to get ready at the Golden Scarab, my friend. Are you going to get changed here or there?
I'm gonna change there, and I'm gonna grab all the. I'm gonna grab.
We can have it shipped over. He snaps, and you see 2 attendants run in, and they grab all your stuff. Is there anything else we can grab for you?
No, that's. And I'm like thinking. Do I have anything in my room? No, right?
Not really, no. Just your weapons.
I'm gonna say, can I have my? Can you give me my sword?
They run up and they take the sword. And there's a crack in the scabbard.
That's fine.
They run off with it over to the Golden Scarab.
I just guess, yeah.
And Jaraz
Yeah,
like,
getting the,
Just
Oh, so-
the thing.
if you're all going to get dressed here, my friend, shall you join me at the Golden Scarab?
Of course.
You go with Jaraz as you 3 get run up to your
Oh wait,
rooms.
I say, Brandon. When you have time and you're ready, just meet me at the dressing room, I guess.
I'll find you backstage.
All right, thank you.
They run upstairs. You leave with Jaraz, and he turns to you. So, all the preparations are well paid for. The venue itself, he's fully paid for. I am expecting a good show from you, my friend.
Of course.
We have many very important people. The ambassador to Nex is coming.
Oh, don't tell me this. Don't tell me this.
And I hear that potentially a pact master. I'm not sure. Potentially. A pact master might be gracing us with their presence.
Oh.
But
Hopefully not the
They are the horse master is not a pacifist.
He's not?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
Well,
in good with
I have a little bit of liver courage in me, so I hope I do well. I'm
That
pretty
is fine. We have many drinks ready for you in your room. So,
I got something for you. After this.
is there anything particularly that you need?
Do you have face paint?
Paint. What type of paint?
Just white and red.
White paint. We can see if we can acquire some, but I don't know how much do you need.
Just a little bit on the face.
I will try to make it happen. As you kind of get to the golden scarab, and he looks at you. Have a good show. I am going to prepare everything else. I will be sitting front and center with my friend Zora.
Thank you. And then after he leaves, I'm gonna take a deep breath, sit on the chair or something in it, take out the yellow oxygen, and just like hold it against my head and just like clenching it.
You see an attendant runs up to you and is like, would you like a drink?
Water, please.
Very well. They run off and they bring you a glass of water. As you three get changed, you make it over to the golden scarab.
I'm gonna write Citrus a note saying that I have money and I want to come to the performance. I can have it there.
As you come downstairs, you see Sidrus is waiting downstairs for the three of you, kind of dressed up in his kind of military badge.
Hey,
And he's
full
like,
regalia.
I heard that you told me that there was a performance.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, your friend is performing. I had the night off. I thought I might join you.
Wanna walk over with us?
Aw.
Yes, of
It's
course.
gonna be a good night, my man.
He walks over to you, Brandon, and kind of offers his hand.
Take it.
And he kind of turns to you, Ben. I brought a couple of friends for you too, if you would like accompaniment yourself. I'm sorry, but there are not many females in the Zephyr Guard. As you see a dwarven kind of shaven man walks in like kind of the same well-dressed regalia, kind of deep cut, lots of chest hair popping out. And he kind of looks at you and is like, is this the one I'm going with? And Sidrus looks over at you. I'm sorry, he's the best I could find.
That is perfectly acceptable.
As he offers his arm to you,
I'm gonna take it.
and you see walking in, kind of with a scar down one side of his face, is a half-orc man. And he kind of has this kind of scowl on his face. It's like, what are we doing here? I don't have time for this. As he sees you all, it's like, I guess he told me I'm to escort you, the red one.
Oh, I'm gonna do you a solid, man, and I'll take his arm, and then when we're like walking out, I'll just like slip a gold piece into his hand and say, "I'm good for the night, my man. Get yourself a drink."
You see he like feels the gold coin. You're not letting me leave it down if I don't escort you to this door.
Oh yeah, of course.
As you guys continue walking, the dwarven man kind of sees you. Like, so you're a pale one. Where are you from?
I'm
High Hound.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look again.
The five-
Actually, well, oh yeah,
5 peaks.
the Five Kings Mountain.
Yep. You're from the homeland.
Yeah.
How is it? My family has left the homeland for many years now. I've not been back.
I mean, it's still there. The war is finally gone, but I haven't been back there in I don't know how long it's in
3 months?
at least
A couple of years.
at least a year, at least
yeah.
a couple years now. But when I left, everything was still perfect.
Tell me,
Everyone's
is it
at
true
peace.
that you have ice that falls from the sky?
Occasionally, I have not had a chance to see it as often, but I've heard the tales from those more fortunate to have been in those areas.
Fascinating. I must find my time to return back to the homeland and visit the High King himself. You must tell me more about this on the span of the night.
So I'll do that.
As he
I
walks off. with you.
It was big. Yeah, tell that story.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So he walks off with you and he tells you about his war stories and him serving as a Zephyr guard in the city. You guys eventually make it over there, and you see people are lining up to enter in. A large party has.
On the way, can I give Citrus the bag? Money?
Oh, you
Yeah.
you kind of hand it over, and he's like,
I figured you'd want to do this on your own time, as we.
"Oh, yes, I'm going to be stationed there sometime next week. Perhaps I'll ask the high cleric to take care of me there.
When's the full moon?
Not for another couple weeks.
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah.
That's right, we just passed one.
You guys literally we got attacked by a red apple, so
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We still had another.
So, is music playing?
music is kind of playing inside the actual.
Is it the River Styx?
The River Styx did come out and play for the occasion.
Yeah.
So
I'll wave hi when I see him.
they see you and they wait. Both songs playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
There's like 2 songs playing.
I like it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so odd. It's like the
There's a-
Legacy of Fire music is overlaid with something.
This is that talented.
They kind of wait, like they see you, but they're playing music. They're like,
Yeah.
kind of wave around you, back at you.
I do like the very uncool like.
You see hundreds of people kind of file in. The standing room is completely packed. I mean, one copper piece, there are like hundreds of people filing into the standing room only. You see the 3 cat folk are sitting at the front table already. They arrived a bit early in front of each of them. They're like
And they
Three.
got the tables.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
a full course meal is
I want
kind of displayed.
to see if I can figure a space near the wall where there is like I don't know maybe a pillar or something, so Jingle has a place to stand.
Jingle Craig?
Yeah,
Craig?
yeah,
Oh, Jingle.
yeah. Jingle.
Jingle Frank, terrible name.
Pathfinder. Yeah.
You look around, you see there are a couple stools that might come up to be about like waist height for you. So you think maybe like it's something that you can set her on. It's like a side table.
Yeah, I'll thread a tackard on it. Jingle. Make sure it's on
Alright.
the thing.
One of the attendants comes up to you. It's like, this is a reserved seat for someone.
Yeah, young gnomish female by the name of Jingle. Don't ask her the rest of it.
I will keep an eye out for her and bring her over.
Alright.
The night progresses as people kind of are discussing things, and you hear more discussion between the merchants about the coldest tribe being purged from Helmrain, and that this is the party that did it. That you've done jobs for Travis and Truthers. Travis hasn't been seen in a day or
No
two.
correlation. No
Um,
correlation. What are you talking about?
Well, that is well.
a lot of discussion of the coolest tribe and the reestablishment of Kelmarain and the potential business that could come from it. You see a number of clerics of Serenray, or not clerics, but like priestesses of Serenray, are sitting on the far side in near the silver piece.
Are Theo and Chandra there?
seats. Theo and Chandra are not seen, from what you can tell.
Still in meditations.
You notice a kind of taller looking man. He seems to be 7 feet in height.
Ooh.
And he has a large, I don't know, it's a beard that just juts out like a square block that points out to about this far from his face. Kind of older, golden hoop earrings with this golden necklace around his.
Is that the head of the Alchemy Guild?
No, this is someone you've never met before. And you see on his forehead, something you've not seen on most other people, is this tattoo, or what looks like tribal markings. It is a red circle with what looks like sunbeams that splay out of it. And he walks around looking.
I see something that interesting. I'm going to walk right up.
What do you do? Ben kind of
I'm
starts walking
gonna.
the orc detaches from you immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, before we walk in, I do like a pat on his cheek, and then I walk away.
I'm gonna be putting on the theme.
All right.
I'm gonna slip backstage.
Oh, you're gonna step backstage, all right? So, Torek, what are you gonna do?
Then I'm going to. At this point, just trying to find a place to like sit down and watch.
Okay. You come to the front table and you see that there's a table and you see Duraz. Duraz is like, I've saved a number of seats for you and your companions. Please come sit.
All right.
As you sit down, you see there's a large, boisterous man, kind of oily skin, kind of sweating.
Gentlemen?
God.
Right, missed it.
The gentleman? Because he's always sweating.
He's traveled across campaign cities.
You got this.
Sweaty sweats a lot.
This oily-haired man sits there in this beautifully ornate gold and white, like fully white robe with the golden ornaments on it, and you see his hair slicked back with braids that come down, and this large, thick beard with braids at the bottom. And Duraz looks up at you and sees you. He's like, "Please, take a seat. Are your friends going to be joining us, my little one?"
They will.
Um,
They're have some things they take care of, but they will be here.
he sees the dwarven man that's like kind of saying next to him. He's like, "Are you going to be joining us too?" And the dwarven man's like, "Oh, no. My lords, I am going to be sitting near the back. I am just here to escort my friend here." As he walks away.
Thank you for the lovely chat. That's good. I mean, that lovely chat. I really enjoyed hearing your stories.
It was good meeting you. If you would like to discuss more, I will see you after the show. As Duraz kind of looks at the music, where are my manners? This is Anarchy Zoran, the owner and proprietor of Zoran's Equines, leader of the Imperial Breeders of the Imperial Union of Breeders. He will be joining us tonight at this table. And you see the kind of greasy, oily-haired man's like, "Welcome, my friend. Please take a seat."
Pleasure to meet you.
And he like grabs your hand and squeezes it hard.
Love of Java.
I have heard many stories about you and your adventures. So tell me, is it true? You are the one who defeated the leaders of the Kurdish tribe.
I mean, my companions helped out.
I must hear all these stories. If Kelmarine is free, that means that the Horse Breeders Union will finally have a leg in the...
And doesn't you hear Theo laughing?
He starts talking about how he wishes to expand his business into that area. Currently, there's no stake there.
Alright. I'm not making any. Yeah. I was like.
So,
listening,
Can you repeat his name again?
An Aldane, A-N, apostrophe, A-L-D-A-N-E, space Zoran, Z-U-L-R-A-N. Cool. So, Brandon, you and Sidrus kind of slip backstage, and you guys see Yomi is putting on the makeup.
How are you doing? Are you ready?
Yeah,
I want to make sure
I
have
feel
time for
ready,
this.
I guess.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you brought your friend.
He sees you. Hello.
Hello.
Citrus, meet Yomi. Yomi meet Citrus.
I believe, have we met before?
Kinda.
I believe we've traded words before. Nice to meet you, Yomi. Sidrus dad.
Nice to meet you.
As he kind of shakes your hand, you see all your frills just like lift up and kind of billow for a second. I was born with a consistent fart that follows me around.
I laughed a little. So, you have something for me?
Yes, and I'm going to be the card and cast guidance on you.
You guys gives me +1 to.
Guidance. I can. Let me just get it up. I didn't do it wrong.
+1 to all skills check, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
For how long?
Ooh, duration 1 minute until discharge. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it right before you go on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a little go get him kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, when I first came to Catfish, I really didn't think I was gonna go alone. And it's kind of funny, like this whole stadium, this performance, it really wasn't my dream. It was his.
Biz.
I'll tell you one day.
When you're ready.
And then I'm like, thank you very much. Wish me luck.
Good luck. You're gonna do awesome. This is the performance.
No, not yet.
Okay.
So,
When he gets there, I'll give it to him right
Yeah.
before he goes on.
I put on the hat and everything dims.
not yet.
Okay.
Ben wants to talk to you too.
Okay.
So,
But the dude.
Ben, you walk over to this man as he sees you. Ah, I have been looking for you.
Me specifically.
You and your compatriots,
Of course.
the heroes of Calvary.
Benjamin Tool.
Zayafid. He takes your hand up to your wrist and grabs it, and you
Right.
see on him are
Handshake. How'd you spell it?
Zayafid. Zayifid.
Okay.
He turns to you and says, I have heard from many of the merchants that your team had personally been involved in the clearing of Kelmorain and the defeat of the Kurdish tribe.
All you hear is true. And forgive me if I don't hide the grin on my face, because it's glad to see the word of our competency travels.
Well, I am a traveler of sand and Scraba, a student of all things Saturday sees fit to shine upon, and an unwilling bearer of bad news. Let me buy you a drink. We need to talk. Do you have time?
How long until the show starts?
Soon. Sunset's about to hit.
I find the nearest attendant, if there is one, adjacent. I say, one sec. Hand them a potion. It's a polypurpose panacea elixir. I say, please, take this, Jeremy. You have my permission to enter and all that.
What does it do?
It is essentially polypurpose panacea. It's kind of like a cure-all, little snake oil kind of thing, but it is a potion of wakefulness.
So
You drink it, you will not feel faint. The nerves calms a little. It essentially keeps you awake and keeps you alert.
okay.
It's a very simple enchantment, but I've wrapped a note around it that says, "You deserve to see the lights as much as they do,"
Oh.
and I hand it to you, or I hand it to him. I said, "Take this."
A couple moments after Brandon Tops kind of helps you get ready, Yomi, you see a attendant comes in. It's like, "Excuse me, Master Yomi, your friend, the red-faced one, said to bring this to you."
I turn and look at it. I was like, and I read the note.
Right, so you drink it,
It's like
And-
the effects of coffee without the.
Yeah.
and he turns to you and is like, "If you're ready, the stage is prepared for you." And you cast Bless on him.
Guidance.
Guidance. As you step out onto the stage, Yomi, the lights dim and fade.
And I'm walking this guy over to the bar while this is happening.
We're gonna go back up front to the table and join.
All right, so you sit down as Jonah's like, "I would like to introduce you to my friend, starting." And he kind
a
of,
little bit of more adrenaline. I feel more awake, and I could really think.
It's like a
Yeah,
it's like a chamomile.
yeah. So I'm like really aware of my surroundings. So this
You-
is interesting.
Yeah, it gets rid of the jitters.
So you see, as you get to the bar, you see the traveler pulls out a gold coin, sets it on the table, and slides it across. And you see it is not the same currency that they use in Katapesh. It seems to have the holy symbol of Sarai on it, something that's not minted, really. It's private currency. And he slides it across as the bartender takes it and is like, what can I get you? It's like, 2 of your strongest drinks, please. As they place it in front of you and him.
Gotta admit, Frank, you're not filming with a lot of confidence. We just had a boon recently, and I like a little good news.
Then I am sorry to tell you, I do not bring the best. As the performance begins, and he looks up as he takes a sip of his drink. The music begins. Yomi, I don't have. You need to resend it.
Okay. So, I cast 2 dancing lights, and I say, "Welcome everyone to the Passion of Catfish." And with it, 2 lightning lights go up in the air and is formed into a huge lightning ball that follows me as I use 2 attached fabrics to spin around me, but as if it was wind. And afterwards, I cast presentation to slowly have the ends of the fabric look like ember.
As you do this, you hear the cloud like claps and applause. Roll a performance check.
You think I could?
Natural 20.
Oh, I was gonna ask if I could potentially aid him with the potion.
Not from where you are.
Oh yeah, I meant with like giving him the potion, but no.
He has the guidance and your aid, so it's a plus 2 to everything. So what's that in total?
Plus the guidance. Do I have any other bonuses?
Plus 2.
Plus 2. So guidance plus 3. So it's gonna be 38.
Good entrance.
I love that guy. I love that guy right there.
Okay.
As a homie.
As I'm performing, I look at the audience, give a little wink, and slowly spin around as a little vortex forms around me, and it turns a little bit from a red to a green. Do I need to make another performance check?
Just to change the color?
Yes, adjusting the change of color, and it's now trailing behind my feet.
So as you run around the stage and the colors trail around you and the colors begin shifting, you hear from the back, "That's my costume!" As Sandra and she's like, sorry I'm late. And she's like pushing her way through.
It's kind of like.
As Lotso Marcus Lotso kind of makes his way through as well. Roll me another performance check.
It's going to be 30 plus
Mine is-
33.
Yeah.
33. Right?
And does a crowd cheer or no?
Crowd cheers, yeah.
As I give a gleeful, graceful bow, a brief moment, I started having thoughts. The thoughts of like, this wasn't originally my dream. I'm here alive again while Rami is dead. This wasn't meant for me. None of it was. And the dancing light slowly turned from bright white to a luminous blue. As the veil is still covering my face, Yomi's eyes are tearing up. As the green ember slowly turns into white petals.
Okay. Roll me roll me charisma. Straight charisma.
That's gonna be a 17.
Okay. As your emotions take.
A +1 though, right? Because it's
Plus
that
one.
check.
It's not a spell check.
Oh, it's not.
No, this is just whether his emotions can alter the spell the way it does. Your emotions swell and you feel your connection to these flows of magic shift and alter. The audience goes from a thunderous applause, and the music becomes a lot more intense and mellow and macabre as you hear sobs coming from different areas in the room. Roll me a performance check.
That's fine. Okay. 19. 19 plus 27. 37.
Okay.
What kind of wizardry is this?
Dancing. That's not kind of cool.
And
Yomi then, basically, feeling sadness, feeling grief, as well as despair. His movements doesn't seem as fluid as it should be, like a normal routine. It looks more improvised. But he goes around as the stage fully fills with arcane petals, and it forms a circle around him. As the dancing lights slowly disperse.
the dancing lights disperse. And
He's like having memories of back at home in Tiansha with his friend, telling him stories about Tiansha, about Kalmarain, Katapesh, telling him about what his village was like, how he used to go to these markets, telling him about the warm sun, telling him that one day he and him would go there together. He would hopefully like bring him one day, and they would do something like this together. But when he comes to the realization that Yomi was given a second chance to live, he died, and why couldn't Rami live instead? He has nothing to go back to. He abandoned his family, never to return home, because of his own selfish reasons. As Yomi still continued to dance, more tears come down on his face as the movements of his dance become less jerky and more sorrow-filled.
roll another charisma check.
Oh my god.
So
What's that?
I can't tell.
10 with 15.
So 25?
What?
10 with 15?
Oh, no, 10.
Total is 15.
Yeah,
Oh,
10 plus
15.
charisma, which makes it 15.
Or 20 charisma. You all notice that as Yomi moves, his body starts to slow down a lot, and you notice a precision in his movements as he continues to move forward. He's staggering as he moves forward. You two, Tordek and Brands, look over and see Duraz is kind of furling his eyebrow. The emotion of the performance is being overwhelmed by Yomi's personal emotions right now, and it's kind of affecting it slightly. Yomi, right now, your performance will take a minor penalty, or a penalty of -4.
Okay.
Going forward. So roll a performance check.
That's gonna be -4, right?
Mm.
31.
Okay. That's what he do best. That's what he do best.
You see Yomi drags down as the music picks back up a bit. He spins and flourishes. The lights have diminished as the attendants have lit torches up in the rafters and put them inside the actual canisters that act as focusers. and have illuminated the stage with natural torchlight as Yomi moves around in this more somber performance. What do you do?
Do I notice that I am going to go see if I could change it to back to red, or the presentation into more of a warm color.
Go ahead and give me a charisma check. Or yeah,
Another 10.
10 and 15.
15.
Uh-huh.
What color is it right now?
Is
Blue.
dark? Is a gloomy blue?
You managed to get it to a neutral white
Mhm.
color, but not into the warm orange or reds that you're pushing it to go towards.
Okay, so I'm gonna change the petals from that to white with a hint of pink.
Okay. This is an adjustment. You are not going to get a performance roll for this one because this leg you're trying to readjust your dance.
After that, I'm gonna raise my hand like quickly and see if the all the petals that's on the floor will run around me.
All right, roll me
Spellcraft.
a spellcraft check. So you can control all these spells at the same time.
Spellcraft is 23.
You're able to pull off the maneuver you dictated. Roll performance check. That's still the -4.
Okay, that's gonna be 29.
29.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With that, I'm gonna, as it rolls around me, it's just gonna form. It's just gonna slowly transition into kind of like droplets of rain or
Okay.
water.
The rain starts. The precipitation starts creating this condensation-like pattern
Mhm.
that doesn't stay; it just trails around you
Yeah.
as you spin. Let's see. Give me a second. The music slows down to the point of a bridge to a different act of the song
Mhm.
at this point. With the droplets coalescing like this, give me a performance check.
30, just about 30.
All right. The crowd seems to be mesmerized by the performance itself.
With it, with the water that's like forming into kind of like a droplet that forms around me.
Mhm.
It slowly sheens into like a water like ball, but it's not really water.
Yep. And
After that, it'll just kind of like pop into essentially sparkles or like glitter.
all right, so roll me a charisma check, and this one's going to be a bit harder because you're trying to overcome your own melancholy.
That's gonna be a 16.
As you lift up and you try to pop this ball into a sparkle of glitter, it shatters like glass. The audience recoils a bit, thinking the glass will hit them, but it being an illusion just flies out and disappears.
Where is it at?
There's mixed response to this. People are still paying attention, but there's some mumblings in the audience at this point. They're saying, "What is this we saw in the plaza?" And John's like, it's fine. He has a plan.
And with that, I'm gonna see if I can do a big finale.
All right.
Is it too early for that?
But I mean, what do you do?
Basically, I'm going to. I'm basically going to go see if I could conjure. Basically, create a giant like. What is Cameron's flower?
Telmain's flower.
Or Catafish's flower.
Was there a flower for Catapesh? Was there
It was like
a
I'm gonna do basically around surrounding me as the shadow.
I mean, there's the Pesh flower.
Is it pretty?
It's like a white opium flower.
Is it pretty? No.
It's a cactus flower. It's
It's
a desert flower. Yeah. It's like white with like pink frills at the edges.
Pretty much. I'm gonna see from that. Actually, this is what's gonna happen. As I give out a big finish,
Mhm.
a swarm of butterflies will release behind me,
Okay.
and these will be multiple color. There'll be like butterflies of different colors that swarm around me, or flies out.
Okay. You flourish, and then you realize that the time for the performance has come to a near end. So you get down low and you start doing a long sweeping spin with your leg on the ground, coalescing all the petals as they raise up and start swirling around you. The broken glass pieces rescind and return to the form of petals as they slide up your pant leg, and you feel the prestidigitation magic components coalescing on your back, where they kind of form this glowing ball. You hear from behind you, "I got you, don't worry." And you hear Theo's voice as you stand up and you thrust your hand into the air with a flourish. You feel a burst of light from behind you as a glowing blessing emanates from the stage behind you, and the butterflies fly out and over the audience. You feel the blessing of Serenray surge into you as you do as Branwyn, Tordek. Ben, you're a little bit too far. You guys sit there and you
Thankfully.
yeah, you feel this warmth, and you know that Theo is somewhere close by. As she releases this aura of blessing, the audience sees this rainbow sunlight emanate from right behind you as the butterflies fly off and disappear.
He was hanging from one foot wearing a ninja suit. Slowly lowers races into the ceiling.
Roll me a final performance check without the -4.
That's gonna be.
Well, if it's a 19, that would be 37.
Yeah, 37.
37.
37.
37.
Oh damn.
So, with that, the audience jumps up in applause as Duraz yells, "Encore! Encore!" as you kind of run off stage. And Theo is kind of there behind you with Chandra, and she was like, "You look like you need a little help out there. We wanted to see what happened. You did great."
Thanks.
And she kind of runs up, gives you a hug,
I hug her back.
and she kind of lets go. We're still trying to figure things out with what's happened over the last couple of days, so we're here for you, but we have to leave. And you see Chandra's kind of standing by the door, and like he kind of lets Theo out, and he kind of looks back at you, waves, closes the door behind him. Back out in the audience, the crowd is in not an uproar, but like they're bustling.
Has my conversation been happening during the show?
No, it's not. It hasn't. You were paying attention as the show happened. That gentleman also, Zafaid, also paid attention. The music, the ambient music picks back up as the River Styx begins to play. Yomi, do you change?
I still remain in my outfit.
Okay. The audience applauds and the conversations continue. You hear people talking about the performance, many people talking about patronage, and
As it ends, I want to. What? No, I'm gonna stand up. Tell Zaid. Zafai. Yeah, say Zafai. I'll tap his shoulder and say, "Meet me outside right now." I apologize, but it's urgent. Meet me outside right now.
He kind of puts down the drink. Very well.
I will walk over to you, tap you on the shoulder, and say, "Howdy, Nazir. Sorry I couldn't be sitting with you during the show, but I hope you enjoyed it."
I definitely enjoyed it. Your friend is so expressive with the way he moves. You seem like you're in a rush, but please meet my friend. This is Aldain Zoran. I'm Aldain Zoran, the owner of Zoran's Aquarius.
Okay. That was a composure check. I say, "Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you.
I'm sorry, the only thing I can do right now is shake your hand, but my name is Benjamin Toolman, and I've heard your name. You're a man of great import and renown.
Are you in charge of the performance here?
I am in charge of the guild that the performer was a member of. So after the show, if you wish to seek further future patronage, we can talk, but I profusely apologize. I must leave.
Give
for
me
minute.
a persuasion check.
20.
You see, as you say this, he kind of furrows his brow. Is this the way you treat me, Geraz?
I give my lovely friend here, Branwyn, full authority to discuss any and all opportunities that you wish to discuss.
He looks over to you. I can already see this is the way that you deal business. If you are all too important, then fine.
You could always talk to the dancers through it all.
He stands up. Geraz, it was a good performance, but these people do not seem reputable. I will talk to you tomorrow. As he stands up, kind of nods to you two at the table and looks at you, kind of eyes you. What did you roll on your composure? Deception.
Oh, to deceive?
Yeah.
'Twas. Shit, where's my deception? What even is it? It's bluff. It's called bluff.
Bluff, yeah.
24.
He kind of looks at you. Don't know what is wrong with you, boy. But you should know better that I do not waste my time to come to these venues and attendances to be ignored. It is a slight upon me and my business. You see he stands up and leaves, and you see two full tables from the front stands up, and then about 5 of the silver piece tables gets up as they walk out.
We don't need that. I say to Bran,
What?
I just say to you, collect the tips if you can.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I built outside.
All right.
I guess I'll go around. Would you like to collect tips?
Yeah,
please?
let's do that.
Jiraj kind
Oh,
of looks
my
up at you
God.
both and say, "What was that?"
I have no idea.
Deep apologies. We
Do you realize how hard it is to get Zoran to come to any of these events? I put my reputation at stake. I have to leave. It
Is
was
there
a good.
anything we can do?
No, I think your friend did enough. Tell Yomi that he did an amazing job. My people will take care of the rest of the cleaning tonight. But you should all know your place. And she gets up and he kind of runs out as well behind Zoran. You two go around talking to people.
Tips for the performer.
Oh boy.
You're able to collect about 150 gold pieces overall. The copper piece seats really don't tip at all.
Mhm.
The silver piece tables kind of give like 10 gold, and the platinum piece tables all kind of already paid a premium price
I'm writing it down.
to sit in. So it comes out to be 150 gold pieces as for those who truly enjoy the performance.
For both of us.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
in total.
You got
Oh.
it?
So across both of them, 150.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
You run outside with Zafaid, and he's waiting. He's waiting for you outside.
Yeah, I'd say let's walk a little bit. This better be good, man. This better be good.
Look, I do not belong to a single church. I do not mock those priests who choose to remain in one location and tend to one building. Not for all. They provide a needed service, but I am not at ease if I stay in one location. I am a traveler, as I have said, and I have walked the billowing sands of Syria, the westernmost belt of the next end, much of our own beloved Katapesh, and in between. I have seen much in my travels, and have brought the word and redemption of the Dawnflower to many. Yet I also have seen much in the way of cruelty and war in those travels. And it is a warning of such I bring to you today, Benjamin Truman. You have distinguished yourself by defeating the Kurdis. You know that word of liberation of Kelmarin has reached all the way to the coast. Here, by now, you've heard it already. You're enjoying the fruits of that success, even as we speak, in the form of the performance you have just put on. Yet word spreads not only to friends, but also to enemies. The Carian king knows of what you have done to the Kurdis. And though he did not reply in kind at once, I have heard dire rumors in my travels. Rumors of no tribes gathering on the far slopes of the Pale Mountain. Tribes united under one banner, the sign of the Carian king. My path is not one of war. Sarenrae teaches redemption and forgiveness. But I know well that many do not seek these ends, and that war is often inevitable. Yet sometimes there are other ways. The Knolls are ever bickering lot. And if the Carian king has managed to unite these tribes, then his word is mighty indeed. And although I despair to think on the death of any living creature, if the death of the Carian king would mean that the Knolls would stand down, the war could be averted. And so I bring this news to you. I shall not stay for long, for I have no desire to be caught up in the folly of battle. But you would do well, heroes, all of you, to take my warning to heart. Seek out the Carian king and bring him low before he raises high the flags of war. You will find him in the house of the beast. The rumors say an ancient temple upon the far side of the Pale Mountain, from which he has long ruled. May your efforts be swift and just, and that needless suffering be averted.
You think we can do it?
We're not with you.
I'm saying to him, you think we can do it?
If you and your friends were able to free Katapesh from the Kurdish tribe and its dour leader, I feel as though you are the ones whose fate will be tied to.
You understand that in the past month alone, I've put my people's lives at risk far more than I would care to.
the risk that your people will face will be much greater if you do not answer this call. If war comes, if the Norse revolt and unify under a single banner, these dogs of war could bring down Canterbury. They will wipe out all that live in Kelmarin, leaving none to survive. Right now, the tribes are not unified. They are unifying a preemptive strike, a measure to prevent war. If you do not wish to hit this call, then run, return home to your land, foreigner. But I tell you, as my travels far across this country, war does not end at the coast. They will find ways to travel across the seas.
Thank you for coming to see the show.
It was a pleasure and a great honor to see such a performance of great, solemn emotion. I hope that we will be able to be graced with such performances more so in better times.
In better times indeed. And I walk back to the Golden Scout.
Well, we got a little bit of gold.
Good.
And
Where's Nazir?
He left, remember?
No, he wasn't there.
Oh.
he was.
Both of them left.
Didn't take
Good
too
leave or bad leave?
Bad.
He didn't.
Pissed them both off.
Zelmer didn't take too kindly to what happened, and
Yeah.
Marvin
Well-
was not happy with us.
That's understandable. Do we,
You guys can kind of tell why this guy's not the best to work under.
yeah,
Short-tempered, very nasty.
Yeah.
that was Zolran. We don't need that. We don't need anything to do with that. And if it means a little less coin on the front end, I'm sorry. That was my blunder, and I'll take full
I'm not
credibility.
there.
I'll take full credibility for that blunder. But we don't need that.
I mean, I honestly don't want to speak to him. I
Like I was just being friendly.
don't
but,
trust my own mouth.
Like I said.
I would rather not have to deal with both sides of the party.
Yeah.
Good. We need to find Yomi.
Yes.
Definitely.
Let's go
the-
back
Actually,
to-
no, hold on before we go. Does it look like there's anyone of great governmental importance? Like, do we know what we saw the Packmaster?
We've seen a couple.
We saw one.
You
on
saw
parade.
one, and
Yeah.
they are very distinguished in their full regalia.
We don't see any of them here. Right?
Masked, they're like the masked lords of Waterdeep. Large, massive tower, half the size of their body.
Can
and
I
robes.
grab an attendant nearby because they might know what they look like? I say, do you think anyone here is connected to the higher ups, the Packmasters, even?
They kind of look at you, and they look around. I'm sorry, I'm not to speak of these things. As they kind of duck and kind of walk away from you. Sidrus kind of sees you as like, "Are you looking for someone
Yeah. You see
within
anyone here?
Packmasters?"
See anyone here? Yeah.
No one that has direct connection to the Packmasters, but the captain of my watch is here. He has connections to the Pact Broker,
Packed broker.
the voice of the Packmasters, Hashim ibn Said.
Is Hashim here in the city?
He is. The Packmasters do not speak to the people. Hashim speaks for them.
Of course. What,
So he runs the council meetings when the merchants all gather.
Would one easily see Hashim on short notice? I know that's a tall ask, but
One does not even see the commander on short notice. It is surprising that he is even here. Yomi, do you come out at all?
No, I'm gonna stay inside the dressing room, or basically somewhere that I could just sit down and just think while trying to take off the paint.
Okay, you can prestidigitate the paint off.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm just like gripping on the sword too.
Sidrus kind of looks at you. But the captain is here and he looks like he is about to leave if another drink does not come by his table.
I'll run by the bar, grab a drink, and the gold piece, the expensive
Sidrus
stuff.
grabs you. Be careful, he is not a man who likes many words.
I'll be quick.
Watch your friend.
I'm just.
You see Sidrus
I'm
then
staying
like
away.
I'm
he
keeping.
kind of as you kind of back away, he's like, we should hide.
I'm gonna keep him close, just
All right, so you keep
staying
a
back
close eye.
with, yeah, just in case something happens.
You see this kind of simply dressed man is sitting at a table just with a drink in hand, and you see he looks at it. He sets it down and is about to get up.
Pardon me, sir. I brought you a drink, and I have a proposition for you. I will be quick.
Persuasion check. I'll give you a +2 because of the drink.
20 total.
He looks down at the drink, dips his finger in it.
It's the expensive stuff.
Not poisoned. Please have a seat.
I sit down. I've got the box. I say, I hear that of any men in this city, you have knowledge or connection or relationship with the
As he sees the box, a sealed cursed box from the Immaculate Repository.
Indeed,
We should speak in privacy.
of course.
He stands up, bring the books,
Of course.
and he leads you downstairs to where you saw the alchemy shit
Yeah.
happening. And
Where I opened the door and I was greeted with no.
out. You see he has a ring of keys and he locks the door. You bring a cursed item to me, and what is your proposition before I arrest you?
I can assure you that this item was shown to proper cleric authority in the Church of Abadar. They assure that it is of no danger, especially inside this box. I would like to pass this to the Pact Masters or a member of their authority, as they are ones in this region capable and competent enough to keep this in their stead. You're familiar with the voice of the Pact Masters? Hakim, was it?
Hashim
Hashim.
ibn Said.
I would like to potentially meet this man. I believe this item could do the Pact Masters some solace, knowing it is not in the wrong hands.
You see, he looks at you. The Pact Broker does not meet with anyone at a whim, not even me.
What if he heard that an item of such import was attempting to head his way?
What is this item?
I show him and I hold it at a distance and I just say, take a quick glance because I gotta close it.
He looks in.
Bracers of defenselessness. And if he reaches for it, I shut the box.
He sees it. Interesting. A powerful item indeed. But I do not think the Pact Broker will have any interest in such an item. At least not to the point of meeting with a commoner. You wish to unload this item.
Potentially, yes.
At what cost?
You mean at what I wish to receive for it?
Yes.
Well, 10 grand was the lower estimate.
He thinks for a moment. An item like this, a cursed item, dangerous in all hands. We, the Zephyr Guard, can put it to good use. Dangerous criminals can be crippled. But we are not ones to do dealings in the dark. If this item is truly that dangerous, and you want to get rid of it, you'll not get a better price in the city than 8,000 gold pieces for it.
Do you know where I would get this price?
I can offer you that now.
What if I said this? I have information on good authority from the Church of Serenary that there is a great danger coming to Katapesh. I will say my team, my party, has specific knowledge concerning this danger, and we seek to defeat it. I can give you more details, but I will tell you now that... fuck it. You know the tribe that we eliminated near Calmarine?
The cool days, yes?
Right. The rest of the Knolls aren't too happy about that, surprisingly enough. They're banded together. Time comes past, they're unified under a single banner of a single entity that I have just been given information of its whereabouts. And like it or not, I intend to go for it.
What you're saying puts at risk a major part of the population of Katapesh.
I'm asking for 10 grand for this item, not out of greed, but out of necessity.
And I'm saying that the most I can offer is 8,000 gold pieces. Unless you want to do dealings with those who will do worse with this item. Those who have any reputability will not spend any more to hurt others.
Very well.
We are the voice. We are the will of the Backmasters. We will protect Katapesh and we will enact their justice on those who break its laws. The Gnolls have existed in our realm long before many of us have been alive. They are, when outside the boundaries of the established Katapesh countryside, they are outside of our jurisdiction. We are not the unseen hand. We are not assassins. We will not send agents to attack them. We will defend ourselves if we are attacked. We hope that if you choose to take upon this yourself and eliminate this threat, then we thank you. Your job as a pathfinder, as a hero, will have been successful. And potentially your glory will reach our ears and we will extend our gratitudes. But potential threats of an entire race, that is dangerous. But if I were to say all the elves were planning to attack tomorrow, and we were to eliminate all the elves, it is a dangerous, dangerous call to arms. I wish you the best of luck, but that is my final offer. 8,000 gold pieces.
Can I do one last quick inward meditative check to see if I have any inkling as to how my patron feels about if there's any strong feelings coming at me from the beyond?
Give me a religion check.
I don't think I have religion.
So just straight off the roll.
19.
You feel no push or pull in one direction or another.
8 grand.
He takes your hand and shakes it. You have done well for the city of Gatpesh. We will remember this. And you are staying at the Sand Dragon Inn, if I am to be correct.
We'll be leaving soon in the morning,
We shall have the money shipped to you tonight.
of course.
A courier will arrive in the shadows.
Can you send 2,200 of that to the Immaculate Repository, care of the Sons of Anarchy? We have a debt that must be paid.
No. We are not a courier service. You
Very
can
well.
send that with a courier.
I was just asking, like split 2 couriers. All right.
We are not a courier service. My guard will come to your place of refuge tonight with the money. It will all be currency of the city.
Very
The
well.
Packmasters have your thanks for your aid to the Sever Guard.
Just remember us if it all goes south.
You see he kind of closes the box, and as it closes, he kind of presses down as the seal just realigns itself. Have a good day. He walks up as you guys see this kind of well-built man, probably about 6 feet tall. Just the robes kind of didn't do him justice when you saw him walking away, but he kind of has just pure muscle, like just sticking out from that one little V there. Large, bald, dark brown skin as he kind of looks around, and he kind of snaps his finger as 3 other guards stand up as they walk out with him. He will look around. He kind of, his eye scans over where you and Citrus are standing, and Citrus kind of like hides behind you.
Kind of squishes his hair down.
As the commander walks out. What do you want to do?
I walk up to you guys and
I'm
I
going to
say,
be grouping, I guess.
I just got us some money.
How about we just like gone back near
What
Grand
what
Rock
happened?
Grand sent after they left off. So
What happened downstairs?
We're short 1 set of bracers. We're up 8 grand.
that's
I'm gonna be outside walking away.
Okay.
Walking away in the dark. Anyway,
Well, that's good, at least.
do you want to buy more supplies for your cart tomorrow then?
We can buy a new one.
Or do you want to?
I already got the supplies. I think we're good for now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good for now.
Let's find Yomi.
It's fine, Yomi. Let's head back.
Yeah.
You guys head into the dressing room, and Yomi is not there. The back door is open.
I'm gonna go up.
Alright.
I want to see if I can track him.
Give me a survival check. And Yomi, you didn't say you stealthed that. You just said you walked out.
I probably walked out like 15 minutes ago.
24.
Damn.
Yeah. You see footsteps walking away from the door, just towards the Dawn Gate where you guys had entered the city originally. Tordek, do you do anything?
I'm just going to follow along
Okay.
right now.
Yomi, you make your way out and you just walk for a while. And you hear just small like hands clapping behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a familiar voice like, "That was a good performance. You danced well for one who doesn't enjoy the shape of his own kind."
I turn around and see who it is.
You see the childlike looking figure of the humanoid being flash for a second. You see large fox ears pop out of this short halfling-sized fennec fox person. "We told you to find a way to mask your scent. And here you are smelling more and more like lemons, and flowers. We are not trying to hide from you. We are trying to hide from people who have hurt us.
What do you? I have questions.
Do you know why other people do not live together?
No, my father always told me that one day I would know, but I was too young to.
Our elders will speak to you when you are ready. But again, learn to mask your scent. You reek. You smell from across the desert. We can smell you.
And how am I supposed to do that?
The desert teaches you many tricks. We need to spend more time in the desert.
I understand.
And you hear the pitter patter of footsteps coming from around the corner. And the fennec fox is like, looks like your friends are here. And he just rolls back into a pile of boxes. And you see he just runs up the wall of a building and disappears. Ben, Tordek, Brand, you leading. You see Yomi standing in this alleyway.
Hey, Wolfsbane, what did we tell you about walking down dark alleyways?
Everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just
Jesus.
talking to a friend.
Wherever that is.
Is that him?
No.
Who, what? Are you. Hold on. You didn't see any faces in the dark.
What?
No faces in the dark, no woo kind of things.
No.
No knives flew past your head.
No.
No illusions.
Kinda.
Kinda, what do you mean by kinda? Listen, I assembled a checklist last night. It's like, check. Pirates, that's pretty low on the list, but did you see anyone with an eye patch?
No.
Why do you have pirates
Alright.
on that?
It's a long list. Listen.
Fair enough.
We made $8,000, man. Not at the show, sorry, I sold the bracers. But we made money at the show too.
Here.
How much?
At the show?
Yeah.
150 gold.
Oh. Oh.
Remember, you made a couple, like 1,000 something.
We made 1,000 go in there. Trust me, it was
No.
icing on the
2,000.
It was icing on the cake.
It's a 5% tip.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah.
$8,000.
Did I at least enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
I walk over and I give you a big hug. You did good. You did good.
Thank you.
Now, let us go back to the inn. Let us rest. Let us leave in the morning. Return to nice, comfortable Calmarine.
I kind of want to ask you guys something.
Yeah?
I've been thinking, and I want to go to find the other Fox village
Where?
in Katapesh. It's near the elemental rift. I don't think I'm strong enough now, but I want to go there.
Why don't you wait till you're strong enough?
That's why I'm asking you, every one of you. Do you think you can help me go there?
I got a proposition for you. I'll help you go there. I'll be right by your side. But we gotta talk. There's a war coming to Katapesh. Remember when we eliminated the tribe of Knolls down by Calmarine?
Yes.
Remember how we learned they were kind of one of a bigger picture?
Mm-hmm.
What are you getting at?
There are Knolls around the country. Apparently, I've just been told that are collecting, conniving, cohorting together under the banner of a man called the Carrion King. I know his whereabouts, and I know, on regrettably good authority, that if we ain't the ones to make sure his head rolls across the floor, there ain't gonna be a village to go back to. I'm sorry to take you away from this. I'll escort you myself. But we need to get back to Calmarine now.
We need to find Theo, or
We need to get Theo.
We need to get
Chandra.
I have something to tell you as well.
Yeah.
Theo was with us just not too long ago with Chandra, and she left. She left saying goodbye with Chandra, and she looked like she was worried. She looked like she was carrying a huge burden on her.
Well, the news I got from came from a source akin to hers, so it's possible she may have heard it as well.
It could also be related to that meditating like journey that we were told about earlier.
Sarah might know something we don't. She might even help us.
Maybe she's a messenger.
We'll find them. We'll find them tonight. We'll head to the temple.
We should gather everyone up that we can find.
Durston should be at Durston should be at the end by now. Biako, too.
So go collect Theo and Chandra.
Let's go get them.
When the time comes, I will join you as well on that journey.
You heading back to the inn? Oh, sorry.
Well,
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
No,
all right.
yes, that's important too.
Solidarity. That's what I'm trying to preach here.
That's that. When you're ready to go, I'll be there with you to help you out.
Thank you.
We will all help you get there.
We're a group.
We stick together.
We're a family. And only some of us have fur.
Although
Sorry, go ahead.
The reason why I want to go to the village is because a few things. One is to learn more about his heritage, and another one is to bring him home.
Who?
And I showed him the yellow fox bead.
Fancy? What's it do?
Every Kisune is born with this. This is basically our embodiment of a soul.
Keep that in a sealed pocket if I were you.
This is my friend's soul, Rami.
Oh. And you want to take that back to the village.
He was born there, so yes.
You know where it is?
Not a clue. I just know it's near the rift. Area of mental rift.
There's a rift on the way, because we're going to be... So
It is far out of the way. It is far west of Katapesh, where you're heading north.
the coast that Katapesh is on, is it the east coast or the west
It's
coast?
the east coast.
And we head inward to get to Camarine.
Yeah, you head northwest to head to Calmarine.
Oh, I see.
More north than west.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
there-
the coast eventually becomes more western, and we get to Camarine there.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
After the Carrion King. Can I ask you to stay till then? We need you.
Okay,
Thank you,
you have my word.
as you have mine.
in my maze.
And my explosion!
My sword. And
Something goes off in the background. That wasn't me. Let's go to the temple.
You guys don't know where the Temple of Ceremony is. I don't think you guys have ever visited it.
Can I go there?
Not here.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ask her.
Citrus is still with us.
Yeah, such a sexy
Citrus.
Wait, was this the whole time?
Citrus,
Disappeared. Fuck. I wanted to talk to him.
he's still with you guys. He guides you guys to the temple, the Shrine of Ceremony. You guys get there, and the clergy is like, sees you, is like, oh, yes, hello. How can we help you?
We're looking for Theo, Doja, and Chandra Sakar.
They left about an hour ago. They said they're heading back to their inn.
Well,
Well then. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Tidings upon the
You can leave now.
fire. Okay, yeah, good.
It's okay.
I didn't have anything more than
We've
that.
heard about you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hand
I
her
set
gold and
things
be
on
like-
fire. That's cool, right, Beast?
I'm gonna hand a gold piece to that lady and be like, "Thank you, your goddess helped me today."
She takes the coin from you. It's like, we saw your performance. It was great. The goddess appreciates your gifts. And may the lights of the seven ray of the dawn flower shine upon you.
There's an acolyte somewhere inside trying to replicate your performance and doing a really poor job of it.
You see, she walks back in. You just see it. And you went like this. And this.
so is this basically recreating the people who weren't there?
It's like the people in high school who try to recreate K-pop
Yeah,
dances.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So,
It's bad.
On the way back, I want to talk to Citrus.
Citrus is just kind of
Just like-
on your arm. Like,
Step a few back from the group and let them go ahead.
it's like in public. It's not really the best place to do this.
Actually, I just wanted to let you know we're
How long does it
moving
take us to
tomorrow,
get?
and if you're ever looking for another job or visit another city, we live up in Calmaray. I said that right.
You're leaving.
Yes.
It will be sad to see you go. If I ever find reason to be up in Calmoraine, I hope it is not to find you in the name of the Zephyr God.
Ooh.
We don't really get any time to ourselves, many holidays. But if you find yourself back in Katapesh, you have a host here. Just don't be mad if there might be someone else.
I'm not surprised. It's.
Some say 3 is a crowd. I think it's company.
I will work on it.
So he was not denying you. He was making an offer.
Oh god. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
You just like take one moment to like feel the abs and go.
All right.
I mean, he looks at you. Are you telling me to leave tonight, or are you going to spend one last night together?
Oh no, you are perfectly welcome to come back to the inn with me if you'd like.
Very well. As he continues walking, as you guys make it back to the inn, and you make it back inside, and you see Theo's in there, and you see she's counting gold. And she's like, "Oh, you guys made it back. Yeah, I made a killing playing poker."
Quick, how much gold is on the table? Exactly. I'm not gonna take it. Hands in the air. See?
I'm at 300, and you see there's a small pile here and a huge pile
Oh
here.
my
Oh man.
Well, is it anywhere in the range of 8,000? Because that's what I just got.
Vince, I'm counting the gold. I don't know yet. I'm at 300.
It's 8,000.
Find them.
Oh my.
Use your fucking money.
It's your money too.
Yeah,
It's for.
go up to my room. She walks up. She runs up to her room. Chandra is staring at you. Is like, she was very happy to see her money, or the money. But it seems that we didn't get the answers we needed. Answers don't always come. It's been a long day of meditation. I think I need some rest as well. Am I still sharing the room with you and Yomi?
I'm gonna go up and see if I can talk to Theo.
On your way up, I'll be like, hey, take my bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna be here tonight.
Okay.
So you don't have to share rooms?
Okay.
Of course.
Chandra kind of bows you. Oh, and Yomi, good job.
I'm ready up.
He goes upstairs too.
Divas.
Yeah.
I follow him upstairs.
All right, Tordek.
I take the money and I follow him upstairs.
You take this 80-pound sack of gold upstairs. That
I drink the potion of ant hall.
Okay.
And then I take I take the potion, just like hold the sack in one hand, toss it for a second, like it's chump change, and I walk up to the room.
all right. So Tordek, what do you do? You counted, and there's 8,000 gold pieces there.
Oh, I can feel it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back to my room and lie down.
All right. So you make it up to your room. Chandra's in your room. You're in your room. Durstin has actually made it back, and he kind of sees you coming. He's like, "Oh, hello, friend. I have been gone for a while. I hope you did not miss me." And he's just fixing his legs.
I miss having you around. It was. I take it that you had a good time doing whatever it was you were doing.
Yes, long nap. Take very long time.
That is very good. Sometimes you do need a long nap in
Some
your
call it
life.
sleeping.
Naps are good. They're good for the soul, and they hope.
Did you know a lot of people rent out the rooms at the stables like they're hotel rooms.
I did not know that. That is very interesting.
They make a lot of noise. I couldn't sleep after about sunset. Gets louder.
Louder in person.
Well, I think someone was doing something with the horse. It was weird.
I mean,
I don't want to talk about it.
understandable. Understandable. I think
Suck his horn.
Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. You don't have. You can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna go lie down.
Oh,
If you don't
no,
wanna
I
sleep,
had a
you don't
long
have
day.
to.
I'm going to sleep too. It's no
Perfect.
problem.
Perfect. See you in the morning.
And he jumps into the bed and like sprawls across the bed again.
And then like shoot across.
Whatever. She's taking up the whole bed.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was just gonna.
Take the floor.
Yep.
All right.
Take my arm up there on the floor and go to sleep.
Yomi, you make it up to Theo's room, and she's kind of in bed already.
Hey,
Okay.
so did you hear anything about some impending war that's coming up?
No. What?
What? Wait.
Wait. What?
I thought that's what.
Ben! And you see like she like kind of like
Wait. Before you go, why did you look so worried? Why did you say that like something's coming?
what? Did I say something was coming?
You looked worried.
Yeah, because I can't talk to Saren Ray.
What do you mean?
I just haven't heard from her and I'm worried.
So someone from the Temple of Samurai just forewarned us about Knowles going in together because of one big entity.
Wait, one of the chicks from the Temple of Saren Ray told you guys something?
Was it
You
I
don't
just
know
said- I just said
anything.
a representative.
Representative Samurai?
Technically,
I
just
didn't
said
hear anything. I
folks.
mean, they would have told me before they told you guys anything.
This is what I was told by Ben.
Bitches. She like lays back down. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I basically tell her what's happening and that we're going to see if we could stop the
Carrion King.
the carrying king.
Pending war, Clarion King, got it.
Yeah, I've got one question for you, or a few at least. Why'd you take the bell off of me?
Oh my god, I just wanted to steal something, okay? Jesus Christ. What?
That's motor check.
Nothing.
Okay, here's another one. When you're communing with Sarah Ray, what do you do?
Yomi, just, I'm trying to sleep.
All right, good night, Theo.
She's not here today. And you might want to talk to her when she's here.
I'll give you a hard time, Paul.
And she
Theo's,
just covers herself.
Theo's not home today. Please leave a message. She's back.
Then you make it up to the room, and Chandra is kind of just like sitting down in front of his spear, eyes closed.
I look out the window. It's night, right?
Mhm.
Stars out?
Yeah, it's fairly clear. You see that a storm is coming in from the northwest.
I take off what is necessary to sleep and I like lay on the bed, hands cradling my head kind of on the pillow, looking up and go, "We're doing good today, Blue. We're doing good."
That's a city, as a place.
Good job, Ben. As he drifts off into his meditation. Stop having conversations
I
with
wasn't
people.
gonna. I wasn't gonna.
Um,
I was just gonna finish it with stars look nice. Then I'm gonna go to sleep.
You just hear he also goes off. As you and Citrus kind of watch everyone go upstairs.
So,
Let's go in the bathroom.
your place tonight?
Sure. And I speaking of third persons, is Ben interested in anything?
Oh, so now you want this shit.
He seemed like he wanted something.
I don't know anything of Chandra and Bin.
Be gone, thought.
Anything, right?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
If she breathes, she's a thought.
I mean, if you're leaving tomorrow night, I mean tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Tomorrow morning.
Does he want a good time in Catafish?
Fall!
The two people who were drooling over Sidrus when you guys
I
first
know.
arrived was you and Ben.
Not saying nothing. What do you want?
Are you gonna cop blood, Ben?
I don't know.
Not for yourself.
No, listen. Sean is saying, "Be gone, thought." Whatever. What's in Brand's state of mind?
Ben saying, "Come here, thought."
Maybe our next visit to Catapesh.
All right. I'm just saying, if that's 3 with just you, then it might be 4 with him next time. So, just in case. Not that it's definitely going to happen. It's just numbers are. Let's just go.
Okay.
But since you're here anyway, how do you like Utkar? What? No, never mind.
That's big muscly
Yes.
dude, yeah.
That's not.
That's
big-
the half orc.
That's not half orc.
Yeah.
Utkar.
Oh, shit. Okay. He's
He's the one you embarrassed.
He's the one with the eye
when you were
patch.
looking
He's the one
for
with
us.
the
yes, who didn't like me, but
Yeah, he's the one that went on my arm tonight.
Okay. You said he was higher up than.
Nah, he's the same.
He's
as
is a bit higher up
Yeah.
than Sidrus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. I have my notes wrong.
Yeah. If like Sidrus is like a like just
A foot soldier?
a foot soldier, he's like a sergeant.
Okay.
Okay, so beat cop and sergeant.
Yeah.
So whatever floats your boat. See what happens.
Ooh.
Let's go back. And is your bird around? No, not the bird. But can we use your bird to send a message?
I whistle and call eggs down from.
And you see he pulls out like a piece of paper and scribbles something on it, and pulls out a little wooden box and opens it, and there's a small scrap of cloth, and he kind of lets eggs smell it and like slips the note. Let's go. And you guys run back to his house. Some cavorting happens, and about 10 minutes later,
Good card.
you hear a knock at the door, and
Ooh.
you see Utkar comes in, and he's like, "Oh, she's still here."
Is this an issue?
Of course not. Never been with another half orc before. And you see he takes off his clothes.
Oscar.
First for everyone.
The night fades out as you feel like Utkar might need to get checked.
Oh.
Whoa! He
God
never
damn
the
it.
lycanthropy.
Wait. No, I'm cured.
Yeah, she's cured.
I'm cured.
But fucking
Fucking citrus.
citrus.
That's on him.
No.
That's on him. That's
Are
on
you
you.
fin- No, wait. Are you reinfected?
That's.
Oh no.
Am I reinfected?
Hold
Damn
on.
it.
Did you not, Brand?
Okay, so
Brand.
Utkar is fine.
Were you not using protection?
Do I need to roll for them?
Oh, you're.
Let
you
me
got
see
bullet.
if-
Oh.
Brandon, what's your AC without armor?
Dude, I wasn't even gonna say yes. Come on.
Shit.
11.
HOT.
Roll me a fortitude saving throw.
Oh.
Shit.
No.
This is coming out of your money.
But we have to go. We
Damn
have
it.
to go back to
You
him
better roll
again.
high. You better roll high.
Oh, that's good. Well, what's your point?
It's good.
21.
She's good.
21? Yeah, like you felt a bite, and then you kind of reach up and like push Sidrus away. As he's like, right, no biting tonight. Then he kind of looks over at Utkar and kind of looks over and was like,
Did he bite his ass?
"Okay, we're good."
Utkar's like, no biting?
So
They can bite.
you guys Sidrus plays a little more safely. Utkar kind of adds a little more of this like fierceness
Ooh.
to the knights, and you can kind of tell like they are two very different lovers,
Mm.
but they're also very choreographed with each other.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
First rodeo.
Big city.
so the next morning comes. You all
You got spit roasted.
Oh, come on. That's the least romantic way you could have put it.
the morning comes and you all gather up. Branwyn,
Walking funny.
fucking damn it! Stop it!
Okay, we just have to get out of the city,
Right
and then the
away.
sex jokes will.
Oh, dude, come on. You don't even believe that?
You guys are actually escorted out by Utkar and
We got a-
Sidrus. Huh?
We got a caravan too. We're
Yeah.
we're hauling the wood.
So the caravan meets you at the gate.
Didn't we need to meet someone?
Are we gonna wait?
We're gonna.
We need to go
wait.
to the Adventurers Guild.
Yes.
Yes,
Before-
you guys
before
head
we-
there and you guys get your certification from
The guild.
Jingle.
Jingle, or
Yeah.
not from Aurora?
No, she's basically like the secretary.
She's a Fenix Fox, right?
Huh?
She's a Fenix Fox, right?
No, Aurora's a gnome.
Oh,
She's a
yeah.
gnome.
Oh, no, sorry. Jingle's a gnome.
Jingle's a gnome.
Aurora's
Yeah,
gnome.
Aurora's human.
Yeah.
Which one's the Fenix one?
None of them are
You,
Phoenix Fox.
you never got a name for any of them.
It was just your contact.
Okay.
They pass off information about the Pathfinder Society. Tell you that the library is now full resource for you to use. You need to know anything. Do you inform them about
Yes.
the Karen King?
Carrying
Should we?
King.
Should we?
This is a
Yeah.
contract that you might be
No.
able to get paid for.
Oh,
Okay,
actually,
yes,
yes.
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 She hears that you say the House of the Beast, and she's like, "I can give you a scroll on the House of the Beast. It's not really that much of a secret location. So, do you need a map?"
Yes.
Yes,
that'd be
that would
nice.
be
So she pulls out
lovely.
like a scroll and is like, "This is one of our many copies of the Brazen Peaks. We've denoted where the House of the Beast might be actually located.
Right.
A lot of people have made their ways around there. But if you're all leaving, have a good day.
Oh wait, before we go, Jingles, was it? Did you enjoy the show?
It was all right. People started standing up, and then they started blocking my vision, so it got a little harder to see. But I saw most of it, and then the butterflies at the end were just fantastic.
Great. I have a question. Does anything in the library have anything to do? Any books about the moon?
There are lots of books about the moon.
Like old books, old. Like
There are lots of old books.
written probably 5, maybe 10,000 years ago.
I'll have to look. There's an expansive archive below in our basement. It'll take me some days probably to check that out. Did you need it now?
No, yes, but if you can't find it, do you think you could deliver it to Calmarine?
We can't send anything particularly. We'd have to have you come and check that out yourself.
Yeah, it's,
Sorry.
it's a library. You take it and then you stay here while you read it. Kind of.
Well,
thing.
no,
It's
you can take it. It's just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, check it
you
out.
need to personally check it out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, come back if you want to see it. I'll see if I can put it aside for you.
Okay, thank you.
Right then. So safe travels, all. It's great meeting each and every one of you, and welcome to the Pathfinder Society.
Thank you. Okay,
Of course.
so
Bye.
is-
We need
bye. So is Citrus and what's his name?
Utkar are kind of they're kind of offering you a small escort
Yeah.
to the gate. As you get there, you notice that a lot of merchants have actually joined in on the caravan,
Hey.
and the wood and the steel merchants are there as well. And they're like, and they see us. Very well. Are we ready to head out?
Do we want to go to the Magnet Depository to drop the money, or just do that later?
If you want to do
Oh
it now.
shit, we should
You
just
should
head
do
on.
it now.
We just
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do it now.
I'll do that. I'll quick dash to the repository.
You head there, and you see the line is like about a 30-minute line.
While this is happening,
I walk past the line to the front and I say, I have great need. Please let me through. God damn it. And I
Persuasion check.
Oh no!
While this is happening, I'm gonna.
Oh my god!
Natural one.
it's a trickster.
Yes, you need to get to the back of the line
Fuck.
and line up like the rest of this.
While this is happening, I'm just gonna talk to Citrus and Ukar.
They talk to you and say, yes, that was a very good performance last night.
Thank you.
So, what other type of performances do you do?
I tell them the list of the dances I know, and also the traditional one, as
The
and
erotic
more,
ones.
somewhat erotic ones.
And Udkar kind of leans in a little bit more and it's like, so these erotic dances. Tell me more about these.
I look at him and I'm like smirk a little, and it's like I whisper in his ear.
Give me a persuasion check.
Stoneface says, this pleases me.
13 plus. It's persuasion.
Charisma.
Charisma?
Straight charisma.
18 then.
He kind of staggers back a bit. When are you all going to be coming back to the city of Catapet?
No time soon. That's from what we discussed.
Soon,
No current plans.
but we will be sure to come before in the area. We'll be sure to come back.
Be sure to let us know when you return. We can expedite your entry into the city.
Lovely.
We will do that.
Yes, consider yourselves honored guests of myself and Sidrus.
Does Ben come back?
Ben takes about 30 minutes to get to the front of the line as one of the apostles of Outdoor Caesar. Like, welcome back to the front of the line. How can I help you?
I take 2,200 gold. And I say, this is for debts owed by the Sons of Anarchy. I no longer wish to wait in this line for the rest of my natural born life.
He takes it from you.
Otherwise, that's very.
He pulls out
For now.
a blank scroll.
Hopefully nothing happens.
The Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
And the scroll fills out again. There it is. Your debt. And he pulls out a pen and just scratches off the debt. 2,200 gold, and he pours it onto a large scale. To the 1 gold piece back. To the T. Very well. Thank you very much. And may Abadar guide you.
Among other things. Thank you.
Come again.
Thank you. Come on.
Back to the caravan.
I mean,
Ben makes it out, and the
We know
merchant's
our
like,
group.
are we ready to
Let's
leave?
go
Yes.
already.
The sun is almost high in the sky.
Yes.
Come. So, for the next about 4 or 5 days,
Before I leave, I wink at the Apwork.
they kind of wave off, and they as soon as you guys pass the gate, they've already turned around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Um,
Good reaction.
Oh, shit.
What did you do?
Nope, nothing.
What?
No, go on. Go on.
As you wink at them, you see the half-orc kind of grabs Citrus in the shoulder, leans in, and whispers in his ear. And then Citrus like pushes him off as they kind of chase each other off into the streets. So, you guys travel for the next 4 or 5 days in a caravan pace with about 20 merchants and the lumber and the steel merchants with you. The travel is well paced, making it out about 50 miles out from Kelmarine. You all have felt the rumblings in the sand that have been
God damn.
potentially waiting for the strike, but it's just been circling the caravan the entire travel.
I've been letting word to the caravan know.
They kind of give you good berth of space, as they travel, so that you're leading basically. On the 5th day, you are about 50 miles away from Kelmarine. It is reaching noontime as the ground rumbling intensifies.
I drink my mutagen.
We'll call that game here
Oh.
because you guys will probably want the entire party here for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh
right.
god. Schedule's gonna be hell in the future.
Yeah, the schedule's gonna be really shit.
Ending
because
the
these folk
stream.
work at nothing.
Thanks for anyone watching. Bye.
Bye.